Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. We're gonna be speaking about Matchroom winning their purse bid for the Andy Cruz versus Raymond Muratalla and what that could exactly mean for the fight moving forward. And if Raymond Muratalla is actually gonna move on with this fight, then we're gonna speak about Shakur Stevenson helping Jake Paul prepare for his biggest fight against Gervonta Davis. You feel what I'm saying? We definitely going to be expressing our opinions, you know what I mean, on this particular situation. And, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. Y'all could please hit the like button on the way in. That'll be very much appreciated. You see what I mean? We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,200 mark, about to hit that 3,300 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation, the mob, for making this possible. I'm already seeing the comments rolling in, so I'm assuming the people, the nation, done got their notifications. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Bad Boom Balloon with the first comment. What's going on, brother? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling today? Shut them down. What up? Not too familiar with their name, but salute to you, brother. Agent 86. What up? What up? What up? Coffee Plant. My brother. What's going on? What's going on? Coffee Plant already coming out. He came out swinging. Pause. He said Shakur not standing on code. Interesting. That's the. We definitely gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about this. We gonna talk about whether it's a sucker move or not. You know what I mean? Is this a sucker move? Is it not a sucker move? You feel what I mean? Because I genuinely could see both sides. You know what I mean? I see why some people frustrated. I see why some people saying fuck them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much stuck in the middle, to be honest with you, but I'm sure my opinion will change as I hear yours. You feel what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. Bad Boom said, feeling good, man. Been going to the gym every day, and I've been eating better, man. I wish I could say the same, bro. God damn. I definitely been over-consumed with work, in my opinion. It's been really hard for me to settle in and focus on myself. But like I said, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. I definitely need more of a work/life balance, to be honest. I feel like a majority of the time is working, being a father. Working, being a father. But we're going to free up some time. We're going to get that shit right. I want to get back in crazy shape. I want to get back in the I want to start like sparring and, you know, shit. Even I never was a weightlifter, but I'm about to start fucking with the weights too. You know what I mean? Just tone up and, you know what I mean, actually look after myself. I feel like ever since I had my son, I haven't really been prioritizing, like, you know, my fitness. It all starts with a shot of apple cider vinegar. Really? I don't know. Coffee Plant said workaholic. Yes. I'm guilty, brother. I'm guilty. So, shut him down. He's asking a pretty good question. A lot of people don't really know how this works in particular. You know what I mean? I could look for, like, I mean, I'm sure that's something that you could Google in all honesty. But I'll give you the gist of how the way a purse bid works. So, every sanctioning body has mandatories, or at least it's supposed to have mandatories or enforce champions to face their mandatories, right? And we're going to talk about that because Robert Garcia, I heard Robert Garcia was cooking up on the WBC, you know, just expressing his opinions on how, you know, they're not enforcing their mandatories, and that's why Virgil Ortiz hasn't been able to fight for a world title. David Benavidez hasn't, you know, wasn't mandated to face Canelo. It's a lot of WBC bullshit, corrupt politics that's going on that pretty much goes against what I said in terms of sanctioning bodies supposed to enforce their mandatories, you know, for champions. But anyways, let's talk about this particular situation between Raymond Muratalla and Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz, up and coming, I guess it's safe to say contender at this point in time. He's 30 years old. So, you know, they're not really looking to hold his hand throughout this process. You know, he's a very, very skilled individual. Been in boxing for a long time, had an extensive amateur background, you know, gold medalist, all that good stuff. So, you know what I mean? They know that he's the goods. They're secure in knowing that he's the goods. So he was able to become the number 1 contender for the IBF lightweight title of the world. Andy Cruz just got it not too long ago. I'm sorry. Raymond Muratalla just got the title not too long ago, and you know, so what had happened was what was Raymond Muratall's situation? He had ended up winning the interim belt off of Abdullev. And, you know, after, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko had retired or whatever the case is, vacated his belt, I believe they elevated him to full status champion, similar to Jaron Ennis when, you know, he was the IBF interim and they elevated him to full champion status, all that good stuff, right? Cool. So Andy Cruz works his way to the number one spot. The IBF mandates Raymond Muratalla to face Andy Cruz for the title. They give you a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's 30 to 45 days. Y'all gonna have to, you know, let me know exactly what the time frame is. But they give you, they give you X amount of time to, you know, sit down and come with some type of deal to, you know, face each other. Obviously, you know, both sides didn't meet the threshold, didn't meet the time frame to, you know, make a fight between the two. So what the IBF did is pretty much force their hand, like, all right, since you guys can't come up to, you know, an agreement or at least come up with some type of, you know, deal to, you know, rumble, we gonna pretty much put up the rights to your fight for an auction. Like that's basically what it is. Because at an auction, let's say, yo, we selling this phone. We selling this phone. This is going up for auction. This is going to go to the highest bidder. You know, you're going to have people that's going to be, you know, there at the auction. You know what I'm saying? It's going to start at $100. All right, I got 150. I got 200. I got 300. I got 350. And whoever outbids the other is typically the one who wins the fucking purse bid. So, what had happened was, I believe Matchroom had actually won the purse bid. You know, Andy Cruz's promoter, aka Eddie Hearn, won the purse bid over Top Rank. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what the amount was, and it says Matchroom. Let me go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. I'm glad Shut Them Down actually asked that question. It is a good question. A lot of people don't really know how purse bids work. So it says on Thursday at the IBF's headquarters in Springfield, New Jersey, purse bids took place for Cruz versus Raymond Muratalla. Cruz's promoter, Matchroom, and Top Rank, Muratalla's handlers were the sole bidders. Matchroom came out with the winning bid, putting up $888,888. Top Rank's bid was $550,000 in total. So Matchroom absolutely spanked Top Rank in the purse bid. You know, Eddie Hearn, you know, he knows that this opportunity is huge for Andy Cruz to become champion. He wants another champion in his stable, so he put in the bread up. Even if that means he'll lose money, I think he's looking at it as a situation where, shit, Raymond Muratalla could, you know, get a couple title defenses. I can make my money back. You know what I mean? So that's how the way these promoters think. You feel what I'm saying? How I know that I might lose money at this moment in time, but I will come up, you know, either gradually or, you know, shortly after the fact. In total, current IBF lightweight champion Muratalla is entitled to 65% of the bid, which is $577,777. Cruz will pocket the remaining 35%, which is basically $311,000. Not bad for being a challenger for a title. I'm gonna just say that. Not bad. You know, but after taxes and shit like that, niggas is cooked. But whatever, it is what it is. Cruz, the former two-time Olympic gold medalist, became Muratalla's mandatory challenger following the fifth-round stoppage over Hironori Mashiro on June 14th at the theater in New York's Madison Square Garden. That's when Andy Cruz absolutely obliterated this Japanese dude who had zero defense. Punched on him, was able to get it was some easy money. Muratalla won the IBF interim title against Zaur Abdullev on May 10th at Pechanga Arena in San Diego. The 28-year-old was later elevated to full champion as Vasyl Lomachenko, who held the full version of that belt, retired. Matchroom will announce when and where that matchup will take place. So shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to Matchroom. Shout out to Matchroom for solidifying the rights to the fight. You know, shout out to them for, you know, putting Andy Cruz in a good position where, you know, it'll be on his stomping grounds. You know what I'm saying? It'll be promoted by his fighter. It's not like Andy Cruz hasn't necessarily go anywhere. All he really has to do, in all honesty, is take the belt from the champion. And I think he's fully capable of doing so, man. Andy Cruz, somebody who trains in Philadelphia under Bozy Ennis tutelage. I will be looking. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I don't know if I got anybody that could really resemble Raymond Muratalla, so they probably won't need me. But I would love to help Andy Cruz out for this. Just like I helped Jerron in the South for Louise Malima. I helped Dennis Thompson for his fight. You know what I'm saying? I would love to help Andy Cruz, you know, in terms of sparring. I got somebody by the name of Derek Moore that'll be really good. I think will be pretty good work for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Andy Cruz walks around heavy or whatever the case is. I never really seen him blow up in weight. But I got somebody who's around the 140 area right now that could definitely give him some good work, some good sharp work. So if we could get the dude, you know, a solid 4 to 5 rounds, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely an investment. Eddie Hearn be like, yo, like Andy Cruz might not be worth, you know, at this particular time, $800,000 or $900,000 basically. But I do know that over time, you know, Andy Cruz could be involved in some big fights in the lightweight division, and I can make that money back. You know, this couple $100,000 that I'm probably losing on Andy Cruz, I'm gonna make that back, you know, in the long term. So, and plus he's signed to me, so it's not like he's gonna go anywhere. They got a multi-fight deal locked in. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. So I know within the time frame that I have him, I can make that money back. So it's worth putting the bread up at this moment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out to Matchroom for locking this fight in. Shout out to Andy Cruz for getting this opportunity. This is definitely your moment, brother. Let me see exactly how many fights Andy Cruz got again. I don't even think he got double digits yet. To be real, I don't even think he. Where the hell Andy Cruz got 6 fights, bro? And his 7th professional fight, he will be fighting for a world title, man. That's a huge accomplishment. It's almost given, you know, he didn't jump in the world title. He didn't jump into the world title shot like Vasil Lomachenko did. You know, not too early, not in his second pro fight, but this is still very impressive nonetheless. But you know, at the same time, like I said, he's 30 years old, so ain't no need to be, you know, a 30-year-old prospect, a 30-year-old contender. If you genuinely feel like you're ready, this lets me know that, you know, Eddie Hearn, even though he is a big talker as a promoter, he should be. He's not bluffing when he says he thinks highly of Andy Cruz. He knows he has a special talent. He know that Andy Cruz is fully capable of becoming, you know, lightweight champion of the world. So he's putting him in position to do so. He also sees a lot of potential in Andy Cruz. You know, especially with his extensive amateur background. You're talking about somebody on BoxRec alone who has 144 international fights. Because a lot of these fights that's on BoxRec are international fights. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, you know, Andy Cruz definitely been doing this thing, man. And let me see. Yeah, you talking about somebody who beat Keyshawn Davis in the, you know, in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? You know, winning the, let me see, you know, the AIBA World Championships. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's just been dominating, absolutely dominating. For you to have 144 amateur fights and only losing 9 of them, never being stopped and having multiple knockouts in the amateurs, that's very impressive. You know, he's been getting better and better. He's been adapted to the professional style of boxing really well too. You feel what I mean? Andy Cruz does have 2 gold medals, according to this blog that I just article that I just read. You know what I mean? The former 2-time Olympic gold medalist. They're referring to Andy Cruz. So yes, he does. But yeah, my boy Lorenzo in the building. He says Cuban Olympic boxing style / Black American boxing style hybrid are going to be very hard to beat. Yeah, you talking about the best of both worlds, in my opinion. I think it's safe to say, you know, throughout history, Cubans have consistently been, you know, amongst the best amateur boxers in the world. You know what I mean? I study them Cuban. I'll be studying them Cuban training videos and stuff like that. And I definitely have my fighters, you know, do a lot of their training. And historically, Black American fighters, the Black American style has withstood the test of time through basically every era. Look at the greatest fighters of all time, man. There's not many that you can name that's not black. You know what I mean? Whether we talking about Joe Louis, Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, even in today's era, Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes on. Lennox Lewis. It goes on and on and on and on. So yeah, if you got a combination between the two, man, you are gonna be very hard to beat. Cubans, they're very fast, very intelligent, great rhythm, good timing. You know, it always seem to be a step ahead of their opponents, and they just seem to do things with such finesse. You know what I mean? And black American fighters, they could do it all. You know what I'm saying? And I think a major chess move that was made with Andy Cruz's career was, first of all, he didn't leave Cuba too, late. That's one. Two, he ended up picking the perfect trainer that, actually caters to his type of style. You know what I mean? Bozy Ennis, he's somebody who, pretty much works on everything. He gives his fighters confidence. He shows his fighters how to fight on the outside, fight on the inside. You know what I mean? He gets them in amazing, spectacular shape, gets them great sparring. And look, man, look at the stable that Andy Cruz is a part of. You talking about somebody who got, world champions in his stable already. He's not the first one there. He has people to look to. He has people to get advice from. He's watching these guys put in work. He's seeing what it takes to become world champion. He got somebody who, a former unified champion, and Jaron Ennis. Not only is it Jaron Ennis, you also got somebody who's a former unified champion in the stable as well, Stephen Fulton, a 2-division world champion. So he got 3 world titles. You know what I'm saying? Bozy's big on angles, combination punching, definitely showcases some athleticism, some reflexes, and Andy Cruz has all of those tools. All Bozy's doing is just polishing up what he already has and just implementing, sitting down on his punches more, just developing his pro style, you know what I mean? And pretty much bringing out and emphasizing, certain attributes that Andy Cruz has already had before he walked into Bozy's gym. You know what I mean? So, salute to Andy Cruz, man. They're moving him very well, man. And you can tell Matchroom, they think very highly of Bozy Ennis. Just, giving Andy the opportunity to train over there or, recommending, Bozy Ennis to Andy Cruz. You feel what I mean? So, hey, man, his moment's coming up, y'all. The announcement, the fight date will be announced soon. They're saying early 2026. Hopefully this is in January as well. You know what I mean? Maybe this will be a January 10th, January 17th, January 24th. You know what I mean? One of them Saturdays. I believe, wait, January 10th. Is that what's my birthday on? A Sunday? Is January 11th on a Sunday? Let me see something real quick. Yeah, January 11th on a Sunday. So, yeah, man. You know what I mean? If it could be January 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, the 31st, shit. That'll be absolutely lit. If it's on January 10th, I'll be happy. I already know Cabiel's fighting in Germany January 10th, but a U.S. fight January 10th, I'll be happy to see that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Georgie Benton, Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Patterson. Yes, that's just smart. That's light. We could talk about this for hours. All of the greatest fighters of all time who are Black American fighters. Shit. Bozy definitely got Andy aggressive, letting his hands go. Yeah, and he's sitting down on his punches too. And Andy, you would think since he, came from this Cuban background that he don't know how to turn his punches over, since he's been in the amateur so long, he just slapped his punches. And, Andy Cruz didn't really had a pro style, figured out in his first fight. But he's definitely made strides, especially I think where he really started to show it was the Antonio Moran fight. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, this dude, he doing this thing. When I seen that he stopped Antonio Moran, I was like, okay. Because, Antonio Moran, he been around. You feel what I'm saying? Very, very experienced fighter. He about to fight Tito Mercado. Tall, decent power. You talking about a 5'11" Mexican, who got some decent power. And shit. Since then, he came back to be the 22-0. Oh, he actually fought in Philadelphia. Okay. What event was that? Okay. Pro box. Okay, so he fought in pro box in Philadelphia. Okay, cool. But yeah, man. That's what I think when he really started to really show his tools and how he's been maturing as a professional. Salute. Hopefully they fight. I mean, I hope so too. Shout out to the boy Justin Jackson in the building. What's going on? Andy and Bosey, a good match. They are. Because like I said, um, Andy Cruz, he has the black style. You know what I mean? He has the athleticism, he has the quickness, he has the hand speed. You feel what I mean? Like he got it all, to be honest with you. And Bosey just, you know, helping him, polish up on them things and just be, add that, aggression into the mix and stuff like that, sharpening up on defense and stuff like, just being well-rounded. Bosey's a well-rounded coach. He knows how to get it done. And the more they work together, the more they build the chemistry, the more dangerous Andy Cruz is going to be. That's another thing about Bosey. He don't play them games, so he's not gonna let them motherfuckers slack. You feel me? That's why certain fighters that wanted to work with him ain't end up working out because they ain't had no work ethic. Justice said you heard about them NBA niggas gambling, FBI on their ass. I mean, that's what I've been hearing. I seen that. I don't really know too much about that, but I seen Chauncey Billups got arrested. I remember Gilbert Arenas got arrested not too long ago for that, but he had ended up being let go. But I seen a few people getting in trouble for that, man. That's a messy situation. I can't really say too much about that. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, that's sticky. If the FBI picking niggas up, that's serious. When shit get federal, this proof NBA is kind of rigged. I mean, definitely amongst his players, absolutely, but innocent until proven guilty. You feel me? There's definitely some snake shit going on. Definitely some snake shit going on. I had this client because y'all know I'm in the finances world. I had this client of mine who had a shit ton of money in his account. He said that his business has something to do with like e-commerce, but like he was, sending out. But we kind of started to pick up on what he was doing, and it was pretty much like holding money for like athletes and sending wires to like certain, well-known professional athletes. So it's some weird shit going on. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say too much because we on the internet. You feel me? But definitely some weird shit going on. That it ain't just dumb. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm gonna just say that. But that's alleged, of course. He said Mercado gonna do Moran Greasy. We gonna bring Tito Mercado back on the channel soon just to talk about that, man. Shout out to his family. They came through. Very, very nice people. I'm telling y'all, man. Tito Mercado's brother, his name is Daniel Mercado. He making his pro debut at the end of this year. When I tell y'all that little motherfucker's gonna be a monster, bro. He don't talk, very, very serious individual, but that motherfucker works hard, bro. He punches very, very hard. He's gonna be a problem. Like how Tito Mercado's a problem, Daniel Mercado is going to be a problem too. They definitely cooking up over there, man. Shout out to the Mercado family. R3 says, do you think Jack Catterall can become a world champion at 147 with the current? From what I've been hearing, I even heard Boo say it himself. Jack Catterall is meshing into Bozy Ennis' stable very well too. They said that he's learning very fast. That he's looking pretty good. So who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe he just needed that right coach to bring out, certain abilities out of him. But with the current version of 47 that we got, I can see Jack Catterall, getting some shit done. You see Leon Paro setting himself in position to be a two-time world champ. There's Lewis Crocker out here who I believe has the I believe he has the IBF. You know what I'm saying? We got Rolly Romero out here. I highly doubt Rolly Romero will fight a Jack Catterall, but you know. Look, man, shit. There's a dangerous motherfuckers out here. Brian Norman, that's a dangerous motherfucker. Devin Haney, dangerous fight. Uh, Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios versus Jack Catterall. I might lean towards Jack Catterall. Catterall could take Crocker's belt. I gotta watch Crocker. I never really took the time to watch him. Like I know that Crocker just fought recently against Patty Donovan, but I didn't really take the chance to watch it. It just wasn't something that I really cared to watch. But I'm sure Crocker will be in some big fight soon. So I'll be tuning in and giving you guys my thoughts on him for sure. Yeah. Next gen said Catterall definitely have like a little slick shoulder roll counterpunching style. His volume just too low. Well, that's definitely going to change. That's definitely going to change with Bozy Ennis because one thing about him is, Bozy makes sure his fighters let their hands go. You know what I mean? Trust their defense and let their hands go. So I'm looking forward to seeing how, Jack Catterall adapts to that camp and, exactly what he's going to bring over into his next fights. Because Jack Catterall could rumble. Could definitely rumble. So, with that new coach and this new style that he's going to be, adjusting to, I'm looking forward to seeing how he puts it together in the ring. But 147 ain't the most deepest division right now. You know what I mean? I think that's why I think as soon as Boots left, I don't think it was a mistake that when Boots left, everybody started moving up, just like I said they would. And if they're not moving up, they're moving up very soon. I can see Hitchens moving up there soon. T.O. gonna be up there. It's gonna be a few guys that's gonna be moving up. Eventually Gary Antoine will probably move up if he feels like it, if he sees an opportunity. People are going to be going up to 47 before we know it. Catterall should have been undisputed at 40 to keep it 100. I agree. I think he's like the unofficial, undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world. They definitely took that fight from him. I was just happy that he could get his lick back. What weight class his brother in? If I had to guess, his brother would probably be fighting at 54. If they could bring him down to 47, probably, but most likely he'll be a 54 pounder. He's bigger than his brother Tito. But that kid, I'm telling you, punch very hard, smart. His punches are sharp. He picks his punches really well. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. I know what I see. That kid's gonna be a problem if he stays focused and does what he needs to do. You know what I mean? And with his brother having that, having the resources to put him on some big cards, that kid gonna shine. I'm telling you, nasty. So, yeah, man. Like I said, shout out to Matchroom for winning the purse bid. For Andy Cruz versus Raymond Muratalla. Shout out to Raymond Muratalla for getting the opportunity. God damn, I keep fucking up the names. Shout out to Matchroom for getting the opportunity for their fighter Andy Cruz, winning the rights, to the fight. You know what I mean? Shout out to Andy Cruz for getting the opportunity, and shout out to Raymond Muratalla for, as of right now, defending his title against a very formidable opponent, Andy Cruz. You feel what I mean? I'm sure Raymond Muratalla will be well prepared. From what I understand, he's still training with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, has never had trouble having a stable of good fighters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they'll be, getting good sparring and, things of that nature to help Raymond get ready. So may the best man win. And I'm looking forward to hearing, the announcement. I'm looking forward to hearing most likely it's going to be a West Coast fight just to keep it 1,000. This most likely will take place in like a Vegas or a Texas. Well, the Texas is the South, but you get what I mean. shit, maybe in California, even though California don't deserve it to be real. But if they can make it happen in Florida, you know, where them Cubans be at, that'd be super dope. You feel what I mean? I love this opportunity for Andy Cruz. Let me just say that. So let's get into the ultimate conversation, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got 25 people. We need 25 likes. Let me see where the likes is at. Because y'all be playing with these likes. Not the nation, but you know who I'm talking about. The motherfuckers would just be, you know, watching, acting like they not watching, but they be watching. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Where we at? We got 30 people in the building now with 13 likes. Ain't that something? Let's get the likes up, y'all. If y'all fuck with it, no belts in Cali. I actually agree with that, man. Like I genuinely, because I'm hearing all these promoters coming out that Cali did wrong for this, and you know, fighters deserve transparency, and you know, if y'all really stand for fighters how y'all claiming y'all do, then y'all should be definitely boycotting doing fights under the California State Athletic Commission. That's just my opinion, because they clearly not, you know, for the fighter. With looking to modify the Muhammad Ali Act and pretty much, you know, rid transparency from fighters and promoter. So if y'all genuinely feel like this is a disservice to fighters and y'all pro fighters, this is what the promoters are saying. I'm hearing Eddie Hearn say it, Oscar De La Hoya, you know, I'm hearing a lot of them say it. Then I don't really feel like y'all should be doing fights in California. I really shouldn't. Boxer with said, who you got, Muratalla or Andy Cruz? I'm gonna be rooting for Andy Cruz. You know what I mean? Coming up, I did like Raymond Muratalla. I still, you know, am a fan of his style. But I do think that he has certain flaws that Andy Cruz could definitely take advantage of. I think Andy Cruz's speed, you know, hand speed is gonna give Muratalla problems. Muratalla is a type dude who, you know, his feet get stuck in the mud whenever he's on the defense. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him, especially in that Abdullah fight, where like he pulls, but you know he doesn't use his feet to get out of range. He pretty much is like a sit and duck there whenever people punch in combinations. And I can see Andy Cruz really taking advantage of that. I'm gonna definitely watch more film to really, you know, really study what both guys do well, what they don't do so well, and I'm gonna give you guys more of an in-depth breakdown. But as of right now, based off of like the defensive flaws I see on Muratalla, I can see Andy Cruz really taking advantage of that and just getting the better of, like, you know, the exchanges. If they had, you know, when they have them, I think that Andy Cruz will get the better of the exchanges. I think he's going to be, you know, quicker to the draw. I just think that he's superior all around the board. No disrespect to Raymond Muratalla. You know, Muratalla may be more seasoned as like a professional, but I do think that Andy Cruz is more equipped. I think he's the better overall fighter. No disrespect. You know what I mean? But we also seen the fights, you know, that controversial fight he had with Tevin Farmer. I think Tevin Farmer's athleticism, you know, his rhythm, you know, his slickness gave Raymond a huge problem. And to this day, a lot of people say that Tevin Farmer beat Raymond Muratalla. You know what I'm saying? Now, is it possible that he went back into the gym and tightened some things up? Yes, but to be honest, at this current stage, like at this current moment, I do believe that Andy Cruz is a tougher puzzle to solve than Tevin Farmer. You know what I mean? The version of Tevin Farmer that Raymond Muratalla seen that night, I don't think is as much of a problem as a Andy Cruz right now. Andy Cruz is very, very crafty, in my opinion. Very intelligent, and he got some God-given abilities that when he puts them on display, like his, you know, his reflexes, his slickness, his timing, you know what I'm saying? His reflexes, if I didn't say that already, I think those are gonna give Muratalla a lot of problems, bro. Andy definitely got he got a little bit of pop too, you know, especially since learning how to sit down on his punches and, you know, putting them together. Yeah. You know, if Raymond Muratalla sits on that line too long and allows Andy to get them shots off, that shit could pile up and things could really get ugly in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope to see Robert Garcia versus Bozy Ennis, by the way. We might actually see that matchup a couple times this year, a Virgil and Boots fight. So it'll be dope. It'll definitely be dope. I'm looking forward to seeing, them two great coaches, in my opinion, face each other. Because that's what I also look at too. Like if I got respect for, both trainers, and they going up against each other like a Mayweather Senior and Freddie Roach, or like a let's see, like a you get what I'm saying, like a Manny Robles versus motherfucking, I don't know. Let's say like a Buddy McGurk versus a Manny Robles. I don't know if they ever went up against each other, but I like to pay attention to shit like that, like Bo Mac versus Derrick James. You feel what I mean? Like that's a dope coach matchup. Because outside of how I personally feel about Derrick James, I do think highly of him as a coach. You know what I mean? Just based off of what he did, you can't take his accolades or what he did in the sport in terms of coaching. You can't take that away from him. So him going up against, seeing him go up against Eddie Reynoso, seeing him go up against Bo Mac, dope matchup. Roger Mayweather versus Nassim Richardson, yeah. Love that matchup. Next gen said might be controversial, but I think Farmer low-key had a better performance versus Cepeda the first fight than Shakur did. I mean, yeah, with dropping Cepeda and stuff like that, I kind of get what you're saying. But Tevin Farmer definitely made some mistakes in that first fight with Cepeda as well, in terms of, not. I'm gonna tell you why I thought Shakur's was more impressive. I'm gonna tell you why. Shakur showed versatility defensively in that fight. And did something that a lot of people didn't really think he would do. In the lead up to the fight, people was giving Cepeda all this credit. Shakur ain't never faced nobody like Cepeda who throw 100 punches around and got power, great finishing ability. Shakur has to, he's going to run like he did with De Los Santos. Like, I remember all of that. Yeah, Shakur Steve, I'm sorry. I know Tevin Farmer dropped William Cepeda, and a lot of people thought he won that first fight. I get it. But there were certain, sequences throughout that fight with Cepeda where Tevin Farmer, pretty much got stuck in the mud, in my opinion, ran out of gas and pretty much abandoned the game plan that was, effective. And that carried over into the second fight as well. And I think that's why he clearly lost the second fight too. But Shakur Stevenson, he definitely got hit in comparison, a lot in comparison to his previous fights where he really doesn't get touched at all. But Shakur Stevenson showed you a variety of tools defensively to show you that he's elite in every one that he's shown. Like, this man shows you legs in certain instances throughout the Cepeda fight. He shows you a shoulder roll. He shows you the ability to catch shots. He shows you understanding of range, which is also a great defensive tool as well, because as long as you know how far you are from your opponent, you're able to, understand what you can and cannot get hit with. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that Shakur Stevenson fight more. But I remember just being at all like, yo, bro, every fucking form of defense he showed in here, he's elite at. And why I find that to be so impressive is because there's guys who have just one great form of defense, and that's it. You got the guys who move their head, who got that good upper body movement. Then you got the ones who catch punches real well. Then you got the ones who understand the Philly shell real well. You got people who have great legs and can move for 12 rounds, and that's their form of defense. Shakur Stevenson is elite at every single one of those. Not only that, but Shakur's precision, and combination punching throughout that fight. And that was another thing. Like, Shakur got hit on the ropes, of course he did, especially when you throwing as many punches as Cepeda. If you staying in one, you got to look at it like this, right? If you stay in one area in the middle of a shootout and the motherfucker got a 30 clip, you're gonna get hit by one of them. And he's only able to, all he has to do is aim at one direction. You're gonna get hit with something. It is what it is. You feel what I mean? But I think Shakur showed good. I thought he showed good defense at the ropes at times as well. Like I said, got hit more than usual. But what impressed me outside of the defense was whenever he punched the combinations, he landed the majority of his shots. He landed the harder, cleaner shots throughout that fight. And that's what really won the fight, to be honest with you. It wasn't his defense. It was that whenever he let his hands go, it looked like his punches had more of an effect on him than Cepeda's punches had an effect on Shakur. You feel what I mean? So that's what I thought. That's why I thought Shakur Stevens' performance was better than Tevin Farmer's. He was very clean offensively. You know, he showed the better ring generalship. It seemed like however he wanted the fight to go, that's how it went. I thought he was in control the whole time. Definitely got hit in spots, but so did Tevin Farmer. He displayed great defense and very, very accurate offense, efficient offense. R3 says, who do you think are some of the best father and son duos in boxing right now? That's a great question. We could go Bozy Boots. That's one. Let's give Virgil Ortiz and his father some credit. I feel like we give Robert Garcia a lot of credit, but Virgil Ortiz's father does some good things for him as well. Abdullah Mason and his father, Bill Haney and Dev, whether y'all like them or not, they did make it pretty far into the sport working together. Angel and Danny Garcia, they accomplished some great things together. Shit. Who else? Oh yeah, David and Jose Benavidez Sr. Yes, sir. Jalil Hackett and his father. I think his name Bernard Hackett. Niggas be calling him Bernard Hopkins. I'm like, it's clearly Bernard Hackett, but Tito Mercado and his father, having my direct experience with him. I'm seeing Manny Pacquiao's son about to make his pro debut. So soon it'll be fucking Manny Pacquiao and his son. Chris Eubank Jr. and his father, senior. I would say Nigel Benn and his son Connor, but fuck Connor. In my opinion. Fuck him. Hey, man, I'm not really a big fan of Teofimo and his father, but they did accomplish some things. You know what I mean? Unified a division, 2-division world champion. Got to give him props for that. They are definitely one of the best father-son duos, whether we like them or not. Loma and his pops, yes. Yes, even though he's retired. From, what he says. Yeah. His father didn't even box. They said he like read books on boxing and some shit like that. So to have his son become who he was, a gold, a 2-time gold medalist and a multi-division, 3-division world champion, and then have Alexander Usyk with him as well. I don't know. Does Usyk still train with Oh no, he doesn't train with Damn, I wonder why he stopped working with Lomachenko's father. His name is Anatoly Lomachenko. When did they split? Let me see. Does Abdullah and his pops get added if he wins a title against Noakes? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to say this, man. Abdullah Mason has been doing absolutely phenomenal. Very mature kid, very, very intelligent kid as well. Seems to be ahead of his years. I'm gonna give a pops credit for helping develop his character, man. Fathers are very influential in how, you know, their kids' personality comes together. You know what I'm saying? So, um, if Abdullah is a very mature, laid back, intelligent individual, he probably got that from his father. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, especially as much time as they spend together, training and stuff like that. Who's gonna be, the most influential to him? It gotta be his father. And I never really heard too much from his father. He's pretty laid back, but he seems to be a humble individual as well. So yeah. Definitely. If they win that world title, absolutely. Gotta give them credit. I'm so confused. When did they split? Okay, so like Anatoly like mainly trains his son Vasil. He's only mainly trained his son since Vasil turned professional, but he's made occasional exceptions for Usyk's biggest fights. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Vargas Sr. is a good trainer too. I mean, look, man, he got his sons, and I seen that Fernando Vargas Jr. had lost, to Callum. What was his name? Callum Walsh, I believe. But Emiliano. A lot of people ain't really too big on Emiliano. Some people are big on him. Um, he's doing all right. I mean, he was able to get his sons, these big deals and shit like this. So I think time will tell on the Vargases. That's what I'm gonna say. Time will tell. Amado Vargas beat Ryan Garcia's brother. Emiliano, he's gonna be. Uh, his name is already being linked to like the Abdullah Masons of the world and stuff like that. So we'll see. Time will tell. You know what I'm saying? But for his sons to get this far, could be just because of his own name, but the skills pay the bills at the end of the day. So if they end up doing some groundbreaking shit, you got to give Pops credit for that. You think Emiliano the great value Ryan Garcia? I think it's too early to tell, to be honest with you. And to be real, I think Ryan Garcia is, you know, great value himself. You know what I'm saying? Like for somebody to say that, for somebody to be called a great value Ryan Garcia, that means that they the Aki version of Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan already Aki. I think he's extremely overrated. I don't really think much of Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you. Good hand speed, good hook, but outside of that, trash IQ, no discipline whatsoever, no ring intelligence whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the nigga already trash. So it's like, why would you give him that much credit by saying somebody else is a great value version of them? Like, no, keep it real. Like, what did Ryan Garcia do? I told you guys. This man has never proved to be great in any division that he's been in. He's been a part of 3 fights, 3 good fights. He's 0-2-1 in those 3 fights. The only fighter amongst his peers who has never won a world title. Why is Rolly Romero, who started boxing years after you, outdoing you? Why did he beat you? This man Rolly, he's a fucking two-time. I mean, if you want to count the 135 Reggie belt, you know what I mean? I don't really count them, but he could, Rolly could come out here and be like, yo, I won 3 world titles. And he not really wrong. He not really wrong. I don't count regular belts, but he had the real WBA title at 140. The motherfucker got the WBA. He got the same title at the 147-pound division now. This man a 2-division world champion, had a regular belt. You know what I mean? At 135. This nigga had a belt in every weight class he was in. You have yet to get one. Great value De La Hoya. Yeah, you could say that because Oscar De La Hoya was the real deal. That's more, yeah, Emiliano is more like that. You know what I mean? One of them Mexican motherfuckers who niggas can't stop complimenting they looks. Yeah. I remember De La Hoya was the same way. Man, look at his smile, Jim. Look at his smile. Oh my God, that Oscar looks like a model. Get this nigga on a Calvin Klein magazine. Get this nigga. Like, oh my, man, he has the perfect face for boxing, Jim. Oh my God, the women love him. No, you love him. They're going to treat Emiliano the same way. Oh my God, when you look at Ryan, he looked like he just got a tan. That boy Ryan looked like he just got a tan. He's a nice little bronze color, and I absolutely love it, Chris. That's what Sergio would be like. I absolutely love it, Chris. And Chris man would be like, okay, more. All right, Sergio, calm down a little bit. I can't, Chris. The guy is beautiful. Yeah, like they be fucking. Oh no, they used to do the same shit to AJ. Used to make me mad or uncomfortable. He's built like a Greek god. God damn it. He's built like a Greek god. He looked like he was made out of marble. Just look at this guy. Look at the veins. Look at the veins on his arms. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers right here, boy, they be frying me. But yeah. If Emiliano is a great value version of anybody, it's Oscar De La Hoya. Not no motherfucking he has the looks. Yeah, they be tripping. He said, I can't, Chris. Yeah, that's exactly how Sergio be. Sergio be dead ass up there like, I can't, Chris. I'm telling you right now, the way that I'm feeling, I just want to jump out of my seat and just get a whiff of Ryan Garcia. His sweat must smell amazing, Chris. Like this nigga right here. This nigga right here, he be ready to jump out his skin whenever he sees somebody. You can tell Sergio got a type too. You can tell he got a type. He like them motherfuckers who brush their hair back and, you know what I mean? If you got some nice teeth, Sergio, right at you, that motherfucker better stay away from me. That's all I know. I don't play that shit, Sergio. I'll knock your ass out on the game. Fuck wrong with you? But I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is great value. So there ain't no point in saying somebody else is a great value version of him. He is great value. He is great value, Ryan Garcia. Fuck the motherfucking King Ryan. Ain't they call him great value Ryan Garcia because he's the laziest from what I heard. The laziest fighter. No IQ whatsoever. Trash. The nigga's ass. And that's why everybody want to fight him. Because they know he easy money. And I seen Next Gen said something about him having a good game plan. Let me see if I look. He said Rolly had a good game plan, though. He took a couple pages out of Tank book. Not really. It was pretty fucking simple. Rolly beat him, keeping this motherfucking right hand up here and jabbing the motherfucker. And every time, and what Rolly did that was very smart too was that whenever Ryan was looking to counter with his hook, he'll punch with him. He kept that right hand up high as soon as he shot that hook, because that's the thing about Ryan. He only throw one shot at a time. He be right here. He'll freeze up, wait for you to come in, boom, try to turn some shit. So all you really gotta do, keep that right hand up, you know what I mean? So you don't get hit on that temple because he only hit you in the temple area. Keep that hand up real high, you know what I mean? Once he shoot that, you catch, you fire off. Ryan don't be ready defensively after he gets the hook off. When he shoot the hook, he don't even bring that hand back. Yeah, Rolly knew that Ryan had a hook. They sparred before. Rolly told me the funniest shit, and it was just it aged so well. He was like, I said, man, how you feeling? How you feeling about Ryan, man, saying all this goofy shit? He said, man, he a bitch. I started laughing. He said, no, like I'm serious. He was like, when I met him, he was a bitch. He a bitch now, and he will always be a bitch. That's what he told me. He was dead serious. He wasn't even joking. But it just made me laugh that he said it. You know, when Rolly say shit, he just sound funny. He dead ass told me on that phone, he a bitch. He's been a bitch. He always be a bitch. And what was so funny was he brought the bitch out of him. That's exactly what happened. Rolly dropped him. This motherfucker Ryan forgot about everything. It was like, oh no, we ain't getting knocked out. You know what I mean? And I guess Ryan was like, man, I can't really quit because everybody already calling me a quitter. I can't quit again. So what he did, not engage. He tried to blame it on the crowd. He tried to blame it on him only having a certain amount of weeks with Derrick James, as if that was anybody's fault but his own. Ryan was saying on Twitter, man, I'm training so hard right now, Rolly, man, I'm gonna really hurt you, blah blah blah. He talked, man, I'm gonna destroy you, and everybody was buying that. Everybody was buying that shit except me. I ain't buying none of that. Cause I know Ryan a fraud. You can't believe nothing he says at all. Why would you believe anything Ryan got to say? He's a fucking liar. He lies because he lies all the time. He's a fucking drug cheat, so he don't even keep it real with himself. He don't even believe in himself, so why would we believe him? You know what I'm saying? Because the only reason, shout out to Caleb Plant, he said it the best. He said it better than anybody else. When motherfuckers use performance enhancement drugs because they don't believe in themselves, they look for some type of PED that could, give them confidence. If a motherfucker don't believe in themselves, why would you believe the words that come out of their mouth when internally they don't believe in themselves? They'll lie about anything to make themselves feel good. They'll lie about anything to make you think that they believe in themselves. So fuck them. Ryan was doing some. Rolly was doing some smart shit though. You could tell under Silas, he definitely picked up some things. I seen Rolly jabbing at Ryan's lead hand. Next Gen said he was probing Ryan's left hand though, just to bait him to shoot it. I mean, yeah, definitely. But he stood smart defensively, and I think that you got to give Rolly some credit for that as well because he never abandoned the game plan, and that takes a certain level of focus to do that. It takes a certain level of experience to do that. You feel me? So, go look back at my prediction videos. I was the only one. I was, outside of the few motherfuckers from the nation, I was one of the only ones that picked Rolly to win. I said, I got Rolly by the upset. He keep that right hand up high. You know what I mean? He punching combinations. He could do it. And that's what he did. Now, he didn't have to do that much. It became a jabbing fucking fest after that, but Rolly did what he had to do. But y'all notice how Ryan Garcia wasn't as aggressive as he was in the Devin Haney fight. You know what I mean? He wasn't having these emotional outbursts, these fucking episodes like the Devin Haney fight. Like no killer instinct, nothing. You feel me? Like nothing, bro. None of that was there. You see when Devin hurt Ryan with that left hook and Ryan started yelling in the ring like, come on, start smacking his gloves together. Why he didn't do that with Rolly? It's like we act like Austrian don't like enhance like your mental and shit like that, make you more aggressive. Like that shit reveals so much. The way his body, he moved up in weight and looked smaller. It's like niggas don't peep this shit. But anyways, it is what it is. Ryan does. He a turkey burger for sure. Super turkey. But we officially hit an hour, man. I wanted to speak about the main thing that I wanted to get into. We probably not going to say too much about it, to be honest, but we're going to speak about this whole situation with Shakur Stevenson. Now, I see Jake Paul did some interviews, I guess, just hyping up his fight with Gervonta Davis. If you want to call it a fight, an exhibition, whatever the hell you want to call it. one thing we do know is that as of right now, it's not going to be counting on the record books. It's not going to be sanctioned as a professional fight, just considering the huge weight difference between the two. You see what I mean? And Jake Paul has some plans, y'all. He has some plans in terms of what he's going to be looking to do to help prepare for Gervonta Davis. And shout out to Hassan Wells for putting this video up. You feel what I mean? And Shakur Stevenson even replied to this. So this is what Jake
weight class. We got Montana Lovin.
How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Lovin. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed and not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to like lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
How do you prepare for a guy that's...
I ain't gonna lie, like I don't really give a fuck about this fight, but Jake Paul definitely has the right mentality because in terms of like the sparring, I mean Raymond Ford, Montana Love, Shakur Stevenson, neither one of them fight like Gervonta Davis, but they are smaller guys who happen to be southpaw, so they'll be giving him that angle that he's going to be going up against. And he definitely needs those smaller guys to sharpen up his eyes because, for those of y'all who don't box and stuff like that, you definitely need to get adjusted to speed when you're facing faster fighters. Like if you're somebody who spars guys that's your size, and they could be relatively slow, it could be a huge eye opener when you end up getting in there with somebody smaller who has significantly faster hands because your reflexes aren't going to be adjusted not going to be receptive to that speed that's going to be coming up, and as a result, you can be getting lit up from that. I remember sparring guys that was like my weight, in the 40s and the 50s, and then I remember sparring somebody by the name of Garwar Carey. There's Liberian professional boxer, and he fought at 122, but his hands were so fucking fast that it was really an eye opener for me, and I had to really take the time to sharpen my eyes to get adjusted to that speed. So that's exactly what Jake Paul is doing at this point in time to get ready for Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis, not only is he powerful, but he has very fast hands, very quick as well. So I think he did a good job with bringing quicker fighters. Montana Love isn't really that quick, but he is sturdy. He's strong. So maybe he could help in the power. He's not necessarily punching hard like Tank, in my opinion, but he has some solid power. You feel what I mean? Shakur Stevenson doesn't really fight like Gervonta, but he is quick and he has fast hands when he punches in combinations. Raymond Ford, very, very fast hands, very athletic, good reflexes. So he could help in certain instances as well. So I see what Jake Paul is doing. You know what I'm saying? He's just getting well prepared for the fight. And what happens to be so funny is not only is Jake Paul, I think this is my opinion. I don't think he's really using these. I mean, obviously he's using these guys for their skills and to get them ready for sparring. But I also think that he's using these guys to really get to Gervonta Davis mentally. Gervonta is an emotional dude, and Gervonta Davis has had problems or verbal altercations with all three of these guys. He's had his back and forth with Raymond Ford. He's had his back and forth with Montana Love, especially when, Montana and Tank were sparring. You know what I mean? So also, he may be bringing Montana Love around just to give him some, gain some game on Gervonta Davis and what they expect, because they done did plenty of rounds together. From what I saw, they had heated sparring sessions. Shakur Stevenson, that's like Gervonta Davis's biggest rival in the lightweight division right now. So, not only is he using them to, get those looks that he needs to prep for Tank, but he may be bringing them around just to fuck with Gervonta's head. Like, damn, they all going up against me. And, Gervonta is a very emotional dude, but at the same time, every time I've seen Gervonta Davis emotional in fights, he seems to rise to the occasion. So it may work against Jake Paul, to be real. But he's battling Tank in more than one way. He's trying to get to him psychologically as well. That's what I'm noticing. Now, Shakur Stevenson has had a response to this. Let me go ahead and exit out the screen. And he says, fire. Get a chance to pick a great business brain. Wait, a great business mind brain and help give some game in the process, I'm down. So he's making it seem like it's a fair exchange. Like, yo, like I'll get this nigga some, game on what to expect with this Gervonta Davis fight and how the way to approach it. And in return, you know what I mean? You can help me out on some business shit because, you know what I mean? You seem to be very savvy, business wise in the boxing game. Maybe you could tell me some shit that I can elevate to the next level with. And, I can help you with, the skills, the approach, the game plan. So that's how the way Shakur Stevenson is looking at it. Now, I want to know, we got 30 people in the building, man, with 25 likes, man. Let's get that shit up to 30 if we could do it. What do y'all think? I actually want to put a poll up. Let me go ahead and put a poll up. Let me see if I can do that. Can I do that on here? Or do I got to go on the laptop? Let me see real quick. Let me go ahead. I'm going to put a poll up. Is this some sucker shit, man? Is this some sucker shit? Does Shakur Stevenson owe this man loyalty? Does he have? Is he going against the code? Is he? Should he? Y'all let me know. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put the poll up, y'all. I want to know, man. Don't let my opinion influence y'all at all. I want to know exactly what you think. I want to know exactly what y'all think. Is Shakur wrong for helping Jake Paul get ready for Tank? Mind you, this is somebody in Tank who, really don't want to give any of these guys an opportunity. Specifically Shakur Stevenson. He act like Shakur Stevenson ain't worthy of an opportunity. He said that he retiring after this fight. So it's like, how the fuck does Shakur necessarily owe this nigga any type of loyalty whatsoever when he didn't want to give him a fight? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Go ahead. The poll is up and running right now. Y'all let me know what it is. Y'all let me know what it is. Poll is up. Let me know. Let me know. Let's get them votes. I'm gonna keep the poll for like let me see. I'm gonna do like 5 minutes. I'll go ahead. I'm seeing some yes, I'm seeing some no's. I'm gonna let that poll run in the meantime, man. Shout out to my boy Ree in the building. What up? Let me see what y'all thinking. Brother Face says, "Get your money, King. Sparring is sparring, and this is just an exhibition." Yeah, I mean that's another way to look at it. This ain't even an official bout. This ain't gonna affect either one of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, can you really say that Shakur is helping Jake Paul beat Tank when this shit's not even counting in the record book? It's merely an exhibition. They might announce the winner, but where is this win gonna go to? Is this gonna this ain't gonna be anybody's boxing record? Like, so that's definitely one way to look at it. My boy Anonymous in the building, he said, I don't really like either one of them, but not sure anything. They don't even like each other. Tank will never fight. So go ahead, get your money and publicity, Shakur. So he like Shakur. So Anonymous pretty much looking at it like, fuck it. He don't owe Tank nothing. You know what I mean? I think we're pretty much on that type of time. But I'm gonna let y'all keep cooking. Here, get your money, get your publicity. You know what I'm saying? Before Tank walk out the door, because Tank not gonna give you no opportunity. So fuck it. It is what it is. Dangerous Desire Bully said, I think sucker. Dude said it's a clown show, but now he took part in it. That's a great point. That's a great point. You talking shit about them fighting, but you about to help Jake get ready for it. Rick said, I ain't even mad at Core. Okay. T said, my thing is, it looks bad on Shakur. I want to fight him. Good with it. That's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. Business. I see you, brother. I see you, bro. I think that's the type of time that I'm on, man. So pretty much a mix of what the Teach just said. I'm looking at it like, all right, you know what I mean? Like if this was a fight that was going to be made next or in the future, Shakur Stevenson definitely, doing some weirdo shit by, helping him, You know, because in all honesty, you should want to be as a competitor. You should be willing to be, or at least trying to be, the first guy to defeat Tank. So if you got a fight coming, you know, a possible fight coming up, or a fight loading with Gervonta Davis, so you hope behind the scenes to, you know, help him lose. And it's like, the fuck is we doing? But considering the situation where Tank said he's retiring after this fight, and, you know, he acted like, you know, he doesn't want to fight Shakur. It's like, fuck it, it is what it is. And it's not even an official bout. So it's like, how bad could this shit really be? J. Cash said, Shakur not wrong at all. Damn, we getting a shit ton of comments. Hold on. The public already hates Shakur. Fuck him. All right. Bully says, dude said that he wants the Tank fight, but go everywhere else. No one Tank ain't messing with them people. Where is he supposed to go? Is he supposed to just go bullies? So what is Shakur supposed to do? Is he supposed to go with PBC? Like, what is there a specific? I don't really feel like, you know, in my opinion, I feel like Tank. I feel like Tank purposely did that shit with Turkey Al-Sheikh, so you know they could put in that excuse like, yo, well, he don't fuck with Turkey, bro. He only decides not to fuck with Turkey because Turkey is gonna make him fight them top guys. You know, and Turkey not. This is the thing too. Like he talking about how Al Heyman, you know, he rock with Al Heyman. Al Heyman's working with Turkey. They're talking about they're gonna have a fight in January, a PBC card that's gonna be funded by Turkey Al-Sheikh. So it's like, I'm saying you don't fuck with Turkey, but the nigga that's like your guy is doing business with Turkey. So what are we really doing? I just find it funny how Al's gonna be doing that in 2026 and Tank is planning to retire in 2026. It's almost like he don't really want to go through that avenue because he knows that includes him fighting the top competition. And he's admitted historically that he doesn't fight, you know, he doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to end up getting embarrassed. You know, that's a real big fear of his. So Pagas said, let's be honest, Shakur will fight Jake too if the money was good. I think he would. He probably would. I think he's more worried about being the best rather than, you know, facing people. I think that's the difference between the two. But why can't Shakur go to PBC for real though? What the hell did Eddie have to offer Shakur? And he's already gone 2-fight deal. Why wouldn't he? Bro, you can't really ask these questions because how do you know who? When Shakur just sat down with Steven Espinoza and was talking about, you know, the whole situation, that shit was answered right there. This motherfucker Steven Espinoza act like he was saying shit, you know, during certain interviews, but when he was in front of Shakur, he was like, yo, like, all right, y'all talked about the fight, but did y'all ever send an offer? Motherfucker, he couldn't give you no answer. So who's to say that PBC actually had what it took to offer him 2 to 3 fights? Bro, PBC fighters don't even fight. They got to go everywhere else to fight. So you think they're going to give an outsider a 2 to 3 fight deal when the main motherfuckers over at PBC not even getting no rumble? Yeah, those are great. Look, they handling the work for me, man. Shout out to the fucking nation, bro. I love y'all, motherfuckers, man. Bella Faith came out swinging first. She said, "Oh my God, here we go. Signed with PBC. Jason signed to PBC. Great point." Anonymous follows up. He said, "Did Lamont Roach have to go to PBC? Did Ryan have to go to PBC? Our dude is just here." It's really that simple. Why is y'all asking Shakur to do some shit that nobody else had to do in order to fight him? We about to really use this PBC? We really about to use this PBC angle? Next gen, you making these points, but did PBC offer him any transparency? Did they guarantee that somewhere along the line, did they guarantee that Gervonta Davis fight for Shakur? They didn't. They didn't. And I'm gonna ask you this again. Ryan Garcia is with Golden Boy Promotions. Tank didn't have. I ain't hear nobody tell Ryan to sign with PBC. Jake Paul has his own promotional company with MVP Promotions. I didn't hear anybody say for him to sign with PBC. Ever. So with that being said, why is that required of Shakur Stevenson? When a free agent, when you a free agent, you can sit down and talk about free agency. And he spoke to multiple people, and Eddie Hearn gave him the best opportunity, which is why he signed with him. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna ask you this: sitting down and talking about free agency, does that equate to a Javante Davis fight? Yes or no? Did they guarantee him? Like if he, and that's the thing, if he did sign with PBC, would they have guaranteed him a Javante Davis fight? That's kind of the economy brings me back to the whole situation with Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Oh, Wilder turned down a $120 million deal with the zone, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay. But the whole thing was Deontay Wilder wanted the opportunity at Anthony Joshua. He had the WBC, Anthony Joshua had the other belts. The zone refused to guarantee him an Anthony Joshua fight. Gave him little to no transparency to the point where when Deontay Wilder walked away, the head motherfucker over at the zone apologized for, going about business in incorrect fashion. I don't understand your point, Next Gen. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. You said no, but again, Eddie had two fighters from Golden Boy, Kid Austin and Sapita. Okay. So, what's your point? Yeah, he fought Kid Austin and Sapita. So, like, what does this have to do with other people getting Gervonta Davis fights and not having to be signed with PBC? I don't understand what your point is. What's your point? He fought Cepeda. He almost fought Kid Austin. He had to fight Josh. And I hate how they just love throwing the Josh Padley shit out there. Nigga, he fought Josh Padley by default. That was never like the plan. They love talking like Josh Padley came in on some last notice shit because those Schofield niggas got some type of food poisoning or whatever the case is. Out of power. So I'm gonna ask you this: if no stars are currently available for Shakur Stevenson to fight, and a motherfucker's paying you a handsome amount of money to stay active, you're not gonna take that. You're not gonna take that opportunity. If the ultimate fight that you want is not available, or them guys aren't really doing what they need to do to solidify a fight with you, are you just about to just sit back and just wait for the opportunity to come, or are you gonna get a couple dollars in the process? You know what I mean? These motherfuckers got to feed their family. Shakur Stevenson he got a daughter, he got a girlfriend, he got a bunch of siblings. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is he supposed to just sit back hoping that an opportunity comes, or should he just go ahead and get some money in the meantime? You get a good fight with the number one contender at lightweight, William Cepeda at the time. Now look, here motherfuckers go. Trying to discredit William Cepeda as if he wasn't like the top contender in every sanctioned body at lightweight. You remember when Oscar was trying to flex that shit on Shakur? Next Gen said, my point is he could have sat with PBC and LS, see what they was talking about, or try to put himself in position by beating a guy or two from the stable and maybe get the safe fight. So I'm gonna ask you this again. How do you know that they didn't have a conversation, first of all? Because from what I heard, they did talk. From what I heard, they did have a conversation. They did speak on some things. How do you know that a guy or two from their stable was offered for Shakur Stevenson to fight. The motherfucker tried to fight. He tried to fight Frank Martin. Frank Martin walked away and got the Tank fight instead. Like, I'm trying to. I really don't understand your point. How does beating a guy or two from their stable guarantee a Tank fight? You even said then maybe get a Tank fight. Why the fuck does he have to sit down with PBC and fight one or two of their guys? Did Terrence Crawford have to do that? Did he have to sign a fucking beat 2 to 3 guys in their stable to get this Errol Spence fight? No, he didn't have to sign with PBC. You know what I mean? He beat Sean Porter, but Sean Porter was a mandatory in the WBO. I mean, he was ranked in the WBO. They was gonna enforce that fight. He didn't have to do that. He said that. Why the fuck? And then you said then maybe get the Tank fight. How about definitely? He's looking for a definitely. He's not looking for a maybe. How the fuck he gotta sit down and sign something when nobody else had to do that? I'm asking you that again. Why does Shakur Stevenson have to do that when guys in the past haven't had to do that to solidify a Tank fight? Don't understand. Why are y'all suggesting? Ramon says a one-fight deal, one-way rematch clause would have been sufficient. That would have been solid as long as there's a fight between the two. What I'm trying to figure out is why do you have to sign with PBC in order to get it? No, he didn't. Next gen, you lying. Terrence Crawford never signed with the PBC. Never. What are you talking about? He signed a fight with Errol Spence. That don't mean you signed with the PBC. Yeah, he signed a rematch clause, but the rematch clause went both ways. He was never signed with the PBC. Show me where Terrence Crawford was signed with the PBC. They didn't even want the PBC didn't even want to have fucking Errol Spence fight Terrence Crawford. They wanted to have, Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman and then eventually get the Canelo Alvarez fight. Bro, you got a terrible take, Nice John. You got a terrible take. Ryan Garcia talked about Tank for 3 to 4 years, and he had to sign with PBC to get the fight going. So miss me with the bullshit, man. Schofield used PTO to not fight Core. That's crazy. Nigga went on a paid leave. Oh, that nigga had a paid leave. That's crazy. Nigga said PTO. I'm just saying, bro, you gotta really look over like previous situations. Now, if let's say it was a situation where Ryan had to sign with the PBC, let's say Jake Paul had to sign with the PBC, whoever came from, Lamont Roach had to sign with the PBC. That's like, all right, bro, that's clearly the passageway and how the way you get the Gervonta Davis. You have to sign with them in order to get Gervonta Davis. None of them had to do that. So why are we expecting Shakur Stevenson to do that? Lamont and Tank not going to do the numbers that Shakur and Tank would do. Just keep it real. And there's plenty of guys who Gervonta Davis fought that don't bring the same numbers to the table that Shakur Stevenson do. Hector Luis Garcia don't generate what Shakur do. Frank Martin don't run up what Shakur do. Like it's a fact. You know what? A lot of those dudes that Gervonta Davis fought not going to do those numbers that Shakur Stevenson would do. He said, 1,000 excuses, 0 fights. Facts. Stories that came with Schofield's a 48-hour material. Facts. Bullies, you really think this about money? You think this about money? take way less money though. I know Ryan didn't. I know Ryan did it. I know Ryan ain't take way less money. I heard he got paid. Pagaz said, I'm a Tank fan, but I can't defend this. I mean, shout out to Pagaz for keeping it real, bro. It's like niggas become Tank fans and just lose all types of common sense. Like, I'll never understand it, bro. I would never understand it. He said he don't give a fuck if Tank and Shakur fight. That's crazy. How could you say you a fan of the sport if you don't give a fuck about that fight? That's one of the biggest fights that could be made to really push the boxing culture forward, and you saying you don't give a fuck about it. That's crazy. Man, Ryan ain't do no numbers, bro. Niggas. Oh, that's the nigga you took his money? Oh, man, I forgot all about that. Reed, you forgot you took his money. He tried to ask for it back. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something. Y'all lose a bet, don't ask for it back. Even if that shit means. That's crazy. That's thirsty energy, cuz. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you make I got a bet with two different niggas. I forgot who they was. For the Brian Norman and Devin Haney fight, I think. This nigga said tongue wrestling. All right, I'm cool. This nigga said tongue wrestling. Shakur act like Tank the only nigga on earth to fight. No, he not, because he clearly staying active and he fighting other people. He knows that, but it's the fight. It's not the only fight, but it's the fight. So you really about to shit on Shakur because he wants to fight another top guy in his division? Like the fuck? So this nigga really talking about Shakur act like Tank the only nigga on earth to fight. Nigga, so like that should let you know how bad he wanted. Why Tank don't want it this bad? Let me get something to drink, y'all. I'm gonna pull out the big lemonade for this one. Hold on. Oh yeah. This nigga next gen, bro. You could tell this nigga like this nigga, I be forgetting how terrible his takes be, bro. And I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm not. This nigga said I'm not shitting on Shakur, but it's one thing to say you want to fight, then do what it take to make the fight happen. Nigga, he is. He's saying that he wants to fight. Gervonta's the A side. And they historically said that can't nobody, they the ones who make all the moves. They the ones who send the offers. Niggas can't send them shit. You remember what Leonard Ellerby used to say that? We're the A side. Motherfuckers can't offer us anything. We do whatever we want to do when we want to do. Okay, so if you're the A side, as the A side, you're the one who had to send offers, right? Like Tank sent offers to Vasil Lomachenko. He sent the offer to Ryan Garcia. But you're the A side, is ultimately up to you to make the fight happen because you're the one that's presenting the money. So you keep talking about what Shakur Stevenson ain't willing to do. What the fuck is Gervonta Davis doing to solidify the fight? Did he reach out to Shakur? Did he send an offer? What did he do? Did he talk about splits? Did he have Shakur agree? Did he send terms to Shakur to agree to? He didn't do none of that. As the B side, you had to be like, yo, I want the fight. The A side has to take care of the business shit. So check this out, yo. This nigga just said he done said he ain't fighting Shakur. I believe him. Okay, so if you acknowledging that, if you're admitting that right now, why the fuck did you just go out of your way to talk shit about what Shakur ain't doing? If the nigga said he ain't fighting Shakur and you believe him, why did you just go out of your way to hate on Shakur and say that the nigga ain't doing what it takes to make the fight happen? The nigga don't want to fight anyway. The fuck? Nigga, you just said that Shakur need to do what he need to do to make the fight happen. Whole time you over here agreeing and saying that the nigga not gonna fight Shakur regardless. What the fuck is we talking about? Like you all over the place, bro. Why why does Shakur have to apply maximum pressure when you just said that Tank said that he doesn't want to fight? All right, we passed this. Niggas really trying to hide their agenda. No, he like I feel like the nigga trying to play like he trying to how can I say it? He's trying to cover all sides and shit. That's what it sounds like to me. But like you can't say that Shakur ain't doing this. Shakur need to be doing this. He need to be doing that. But then at the same time, acknowledge that regardless of what Shakur Stevenson does, Tank doesn't want to fight him. It's like, so why put in effort if you know that the end result is going to be the same? All Shakur could do is just put out publicly that he wants to fight, which he's done for years already. It's like Reed said, "Nigga want Shakur to fight for a box of Newport 100s." See, bro, even if that was the offer, he not even gonna offer him that. Tank not even gonna offer him that. He don't want to fight. He ain't gonna offer that nigga a motherfucking thing. And Tank be trying to Tank think he think he's so smart, right? Low key, he just the dumbest nigga around. But Tank try to play it in a way where like he just did some player shit. Like people like, yeah, these motherfuckers want to talk shit about me, so he not gonna eat. You know, they like this nigga get mad that people call him out. Yeah, like these niggas, man, you know, oh, it's just disrespectful, man. They calling me up. Like, nigga, you at the top of the fucking division. What you expect, dummy? You want niggas to look at you with the world titles and just look down, don't look you what? No, nigga, this a dog eat dog world. Yo, fuck how dangerous you is. As soon as you win the world title, you become a big name. Niggas want that smoke. That's the business that you in. This nigga get assaulted when niggas want to fight. That's how you know he a scary, insecure ass nigga. It's like he damn near looking for a reason to not fight somebody. Oh, he want to call me out? No, fuck him. I ain't fighting. He just want niggas to be dead quiet. You know he full of shit because Ryan was calling him out for years. 2 rounds, baby. Come on, Tank, let's go. 2 rounds. And Tank was like, oh, yeah, he easy work. I got him. But when anybody else who's a legitimate threat calls him out, oh, no, the motherfuckers, why you want to call me out, bro? You know, man, these niggas, no, they ain't going to fight me. For what? What they do? What they do? Nigga, what Frank Martin do that Shakur Stevenson did? That's what I want to know. Not a motherfucking thing. Not a motherfucking thing. But it is what it is. Next gen said, and I ain't say Shakur need to do anything. I just asked why he ain't do certain things. Because nobody else had to do it. So why should he? Him doing that wouldn't secure Javante Davis fight. That's probably why. Like I said, it reminds me back to the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua days. What I mean? Wilder talked to them, higher ups over at the zone, trying to get a fight going with with Anthony Joshua. They offered him a good amount of money, but he was like, bro, if I'm trying to come over to the zone to get the Anthony Joshua fight, y'all guarantee me that fight. No, we can't. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just stay over here. Fuck, I can make the same money. I can make that same money over here that y'all offering. Why do I need to come over here if y'all can't secure me an Anthony Joshua fight? See, it says include. See, because the zone allegedly refused to disclose contract details or guarantee Joshua's availability. This nigga, what? Yeah, that all he wanted is a super fight. That's what every fighter should want, the super fights. Wait, why are we talking about this nigga? Man, I don't want to talk about that nigga unless you want to talk about rumbling. I'm gonna fight that nigga. Beat him the fuck up. Yeah, Luis Ortiz. That's another great example. Luis Ortiz signed in the bench in 2016, didn't get him the age of fights. Yep. Billy said Hearn said they did offer him the fight. He shared Wilder tweet that said he could have fought Joshua for more money than Fury. Hearn said, I thought we didn't offer that fight. Listen, we already done went through this whole situation, bro. The zone had offered $120 million, $120 million deal, right? In that deal, supposedly, based off of what we was hearing, it was $20 million for his mandatory defense against Dominic Brazil. Then they were talking about $40 million to fight Anthony Joshua for undisputed, and then an additional $40 million for it was worth up to 120 million, but it seemed like 100 million of it was guaranteed. Then 40 million for an immediate Joshua rematch. That's what they was talking about when they was trying to solidify Joshua's availability for those fights, they declined to do that. So it's almost like, yo, I'm selling you this car, right? I'm selling you this Hellcat. And looking to buy this car, blah blah. I'm saying they got this, and that. And I'm like, yo, this car ever been in any accidents before? Nah. All right, well, you know what I mean? Like, you got the Carfax with you? Yeah, I got it. But imagine on some shit where it's like, all right, yeah, can you show me the Carfax? Like, no, I can't show you that. Why not? You saying You saying that ain't never been no accident? I'm asking for the Carfax. You can't show me that. No, I can't. All right, well that makes me not want to take you up on this offer and buying this car because you're acting a little bit sketchy right now. That's how I look at it from Deontay Wilder's perspective. The end goal of signing this DAZN deal is getting the Anthony Joshua fight. Anthony Joshua, the networks was paying for that fight. I mean, Eddie Hearn can't even say nothing because he wasn't even the one that was putting the bread up to make these fights happen. You know what I mean? He basically playing the middleman. He talking to the networks, he getting the bag, he bring that down to Anthony Joshua, he gets percentage. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, they was talking about 40 million for Joshua and a 40 for an immediate rematch. But when him and his team were asking, they was pretty much trying to guarantee Anthony Joshua's availability for the fight. They couldn't provide that. So you're over here trying to tell me that I can get the Anthony Joshua fight. At the same time, y'all can guarantee his availability. That's fishy to me. The fuck you mean that ain't available? If you offering it, why can't you guarantee that he'll be there for the deal? It sounded like I was being lied to. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like to me. That's that halfway shit. And DAZN even came out and apologized, like, yo, we came into this shit wrong. Damn. What? This is called this nigga Cash Dog? Oh, hell no. Oh, yeah, y'all gonna have to get at this nigga. He tripping. He just called J Cash Dog. Oh, no. Y'all gotta get at this nigga. Yo, Rick, tell this nigga something. No, bro, you can't say that shit was light though next gen because you was asking for it back. Next gen, you can't say that money light when you was requesting the bread back though, brother. How can you say that? That's like telling the bitch. I mean, I ain't want you anyway. Whole time you behind the scenes blowing her phone up like, please, baby, come back. Please come back, baby. Oh, you said you ain't asked for that shit back. Reed, Reed lying, huh? So you saying he lying? Damn, yo, J Cash, he talking crazy too. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know. Next gen. That's what I heard. I heard you gave the bread up. I heard he had to blow you up for the bread. Then when you sent it, you requested it back. And it take a lot to request some bread back. I don't think you request he said on my mother life. Damn. Yo, Ree. Yo, come up on here, bro. Cause next gen talking crazy. Nigga said the first thing this nigga said was on my mom life, nigga. Yo. His bum ass requested that shit a day after the fight. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I need both of y'all to come up on here and speak y'all piece, man. What's going on? Next gen, you gotta come on. Reed, you gotta come on. Y'all tripping. Damn. Why y'all not coming on, man? Y'all want to speak your piece on here? Oh shit. You said Mazuma with the mess. No, Reed my brother, so I'm always gonna give him a platform. Oh, it was $100 bet? That's how much it was? I remember Reed sent me a screenshot too of him requesting the bread back too. I think you really put it in the chat. Yeah, I need Reed to click the link, bro. He tripping. No, all caps got me cracked the fuck up. Yo. Man, niggas don't want to come on. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. He said, I think next gen left. Damn. Yo, Reed, all you gotta do is check your transaction history, bro. On Snap, on Cash App. That shit's all recorded. Yeah. I forgot what fight that was. Y'all bet it on too. Private chat. Oh shit. Yo,
Yeah, you can hear me?
hold on. Private chat.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, nigga. A day?
Your name is Reed Made Me Run.
No, remade him run. This nigga a day after the fight.
Wait. Hold on. I got an echo.
Let me know I'm good.
Yeah, let's try again. I think it was me.
Yo,
Yeah, go ahead.
nigga, a day after the fight. I hit the look. So after right after the fight, I'm watching the fight. I already and my parlay hit that day too. Feel me? So I'm like, all right, I hit the nigga up right after the fight. I say, yo, gang, good, good. I was like, yo, GG's, man. Damn, it was a good fight. Could have been better. He was like, yeah. I'm gonna send you your bread. I'm gonna send you your bread in the morning. I'm like, all right. So I hit the nigga. I'm like, yo, store with my funds. He like, yo. He like, yeah, yo, just give me a couple hours. Just give me a couple hours. I got you. I give him the whole day. That nigga ain't pay me till 11 p.m. I said, all right, for me, at least you sent it, real nigga. A day after, 24 hours later, I get a notification on CashApp. That shit said, the nigga name, next gen, requesting refund of $100. I
Bro,
said,
you know you can pull that up just searching through your transaction.
yeah. And I sent it to the group chat. It's still in the group chat. I said, yo.
I think you should pull it up right now so I can post it.
Let me see if I got it. Hold on. I'm gonna def on that shit.
Just type his
That's
name.
just the nigga requested a refund. And then so the shit go away. The nigga requests again 2 hours later. So I think I sent the second time because I was like, yo, I had another number, like a random number requesting like $40. So I don't know if it was him or not. But I was like, yo, what the fuck? I seen the nigga request again the $100. So I'm like, yo, this nigga needed more than me, but shit, it is what it is, gang. Life happens. Shouldn't have bet, nigga. I was
Yo, my next
you
gen
wanted
not
to
doing
take
it.
you
My
wanted to
next-
take hold on. I'm gonna find that shit.
He said that you ain't see me because at one point I was blocked after I was going at it. With
Oh
some-
yeah, no. Let me get to it. Yo, Mark, gangster. We all can vouch. J Cash, Renzo, Ralph, all the mods in here. We ain't see that nigga a year. In a year. Gangster after that, right? I don't remember seeing that nigga. The nigga ain't come back to the channel.
Yeah.
That nigga went ghost for like a year. Remember, he was here. He was a consistent watcher. He was a Ryan Garcia fan. He said, "Yo, y'all hating on Ryan because he good looking." Y'all,
What?
I know y'all remember he said that.
Ralph said he was gone for a minute. For sure. Yeah, he definitely disappeared. I don't remember him saying that though.
Yo, remember the nigga was a Ryan fan, so he was like, yo, Ryan's the generational talent. And we was all hating, like me, Slime, everybody, we was all hating. Well, we wasn't hating, but we was just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? He said some shit like, yo, J Cash and them, they remember. And Ralph remember. The niggas say, yo, y'all hating on Ryan because he a
said you
good looking
capping.
nigga. He got Instagram
He
shit.
said you capping.
Yo, look, ask Renzo and them niggas. It's in the group chat too. Calvin know too. Niggas think I'm just pulling out my ass. Nigga, we remember your bum ass, nigga. You day room. Like, we remember you.
Nah, next gen, you gotta come up on here, bro, and speak your piece, cause you out here again. I don't know, it's looking kind of bad for you, next gen. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Requesting back bread is crazy. That's the craziest shit ever. Twice, nigga. Oh shit. Yo.
What up? What up?
Hey, what's going on, man? What we talking about?
This weird ass line ass bitch. This nigga weird as fuck. Like,
Yo, Ree.
I was in here saying y'all hate
You hear
on
him?
Ryan because he look good.
No,
Like,
I don't hear him.
you really just talking out your ass.
I got the
what you-
screenshot right here.
All right, so pull up the screenshot of me
You
saying
don't, you
y'all
don't
hate
hear
on
the
Ryan
nigga
'cause he
talking,
look
Ree?
good.
Nah,
Pull up that screenshot
How you
with
don't
your
hear
stupid
him?
line ass.
I don't hear him.
He cursing you out, nigga.
Cause he a dumbass bitch. He know he fucking lying.
Yo, Ree, you gonna have to come. He gonna have to leave and get
Nigga
and come
weird.
back. Cause how
Hold
you
on.
keep hearing?
And if
Yo,
I did
Mark,
request that
check-
shit back, I
Mark,
swear to
check the
God, I
group
do that shit
chat.
on purpose. Talking about I sent 2 requests. You like nigga, if I was gonna keep my money, nigga, I don't even fucking know you. If I was gonna leave for a year,
Oh
why
yeah,
not
I hear him.
just
I
keep my
hear him
money
now.
and
I
leave
hear
for
him
a year?
now. I hear him now. Yo, Slime. Ain't
Yo,
this bum ass
Goofy
nigga
ass
request
nigga.
his money back after the fight?
this bitch ass nigga right here,
Yeah, you
Who
remember
is
this
this
nigga?
bitch ass nigga talking to?
nigga,
Yo,
you
Mark,
Looking
nigga.
like
check the
Alvin
group
and the
chat.
Chipmunks.
What
Nah,
that
I
say?
remember when he did
This
What
bitch
that.
got
that
a
say?
man
That's his
bun.
name,
Talking
Keena.
shit.
That's his name, Keena. What that say?
Nah, he got the receipt on you.
I knew I had that shit.
Yo.
Refund.
Nigga, what?
Nigga said refund decline.
Nigga,
Nigga, I
Gigi,
told
nigga,
you, if I
Gigi.
sent that
Send the
shit,
Chevy, send the
I
OA.
did not
Nigga,
do that
Gigi
shit
for
on
your. What you
purpose.
talking about?
Now,
Yo,
look.
let me tell you. Yo, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something,
No,
nigga.
bitch. No,
Yo,
bitch. I'm
shut up.
talking.
That
He
Yo,
asked me
nigga,
to come
yo,
over
what?
here.
yo, yo.
I'm
Let me
talking
tell
to
you
you. He asked me
something.
to come
Let
over
me.
here.
Yo, on
He
that
asked me to
dogs.
come
Let
over
me
here.
tell you
Twice
something.
So
though.
did he not?
Yo,
So
Hey,
did he not say I sent 2
yo, this.
requests?
Yo.
Did he not say I
Yo,
sent?
slime,
I
yo,
can see if
slime.
it
Let
was
them,
once.
let them, let them get your shit off.
I can see if it was once. The niggas funded, requested a run for him twice, nigga. Twice. What the? Yo, gang, you made a bet, Mud. Lay your bet, nigga. What the fuck? Are you high? This nigga's
Crazy
like,
dude.
what? You made the bet with me, nigga. How you want your what? Are you crazy, nigga? You was not getting that back, nigga.
I was just
What the
about to
fuck
say that,
argument you
nigga.
want, nigga?
I was just
That
about to
nigga,
say that. Don't make bets
Mark.
if you broke.
Mark, we
Don't-
make bets all the time. Niggas
Did
pay
I
each other
pay the money or
in
not?
under 10 hours. This
Did
nigga
I
needed
pay the money
24
or
hours to
not?
send me that. Fuck is you talking about? This nigga's high.
Nigga, you want some
So
other
I
shit?
remember that shit, nigga. I was like, yo, this nigga still ain't send me my bread. Nigga took 24 hours. I gave this nigga grace too. We was gonna have you donkey of the day, nigga. Your picture was gonna be right there. This bum ass nigga
You
gave me
wasn't gonna
$100 bet.
have
You was gonna
shit.
be donkey
Hey
of the
yo,
day.
Ree.
Bitch.
Hey yo, Ree. You know what that is? That's what happens when niggas bet with their mom's rent money, nigga.
Man, that nigga bet with his fucking pimp money, nigga.
I know
That
this
nigga
fucking
had a
chubby chipmunk ain't talking. What the fuck man?
Yo, so next gen, you was out here saying niggas was hating on Ryan because he was handsome.
Nigga, I ain't say that shit.
Say word to your mother.
Nigga weird, bro.
Say word to your mother.
Word to my mama, I ain't say that shit.
Oh,
man.
Word to my mother.
That John.
Whatever y'all
Yo.
goofy niggas say where you from, word to my mother. Don't y'all say mother with a V?
Yo,
Yeah, nigga.
wait, what wrenches is in here? What wrenches is in here right now? What wrenches?
Can't
Yo,
y'all,
I'm
can't
telling
y'all pull
every
this
wrench
shit up?
in here.
Can't y'all look at the history and pull this shit up?
Yo, every wrench in here. Don't be biased. Don't be biased.
I
Did
bet.
he say that shit? I know Renzo was there, Slime was there, J
He's
Cash was
talking
there,
out
Ralph
your
was there.
ass right now.
Ralph was there, Slime was there, Renzo was there, Cash was there. I don't know if anybody else was there, but them four I know they remember.
Next gen, did you say that Ryan was a generational talent?
No. I said he was gonna beat Devin Haney ass.
Yo, say word to your mother. You ain't say he was a generational.
Bro,
talent.
go
Yo,
find
Mark, is
it.
he? Is
Bro, if
this
I
nigga
said,
have
bro,
CTE?
if I said the shit, go find it.
Oh,
If I said the shit, go find it. Because right now you just talking out your ass. If I said the shit, go find
oh my God, yo,
Yo,
that
but
live was
you,
in
but you
that live was in
also,
2023.
yo, but you
Oh,
also said
damn.
Henry asked for a refund.
it. Bro, I said, if you go up, I said, if I did try to get a refund, that shit was an accident. But then he said I sent 2 requests for a
Yo,
refund.
how you accidentally ask
That
for a
shit
refund
cap.
twice? How you accidentally ask for a refund twice?
Bro, that shit cap.
How?
And,
That shit
and
is
the
cap.
extra, the ask for a refund is like I think you gotta type in the amount and all.
No,
The
dude,
nigga
I
had to
promise I
do.
You
ain't
do
Yo, the
gotta
nigga
type
did
in
it.
the amount.
Yo, I'm about to tell y'all niggas. I remember it like it was yesterday. The first time he did it, I text y'all niggas. I said, yo, this nigga asking for a refund. I was laughing. We was laughing and shit. Nigga said I was lying. I said, yo, I ain't even blow the nigga up. The nigga asked for a refund. I think like a couple hours later or whatever. That's when I sent refund decline. Sent the picture to the group chat. I said, yo, this nigga's begging. Niggas was like, oh, this, and then after that, niggas ain't see this nigga in the comment, in the live, in the channel, never again. We ain't see this nigga. This was 2023. I'm just now seeing this nigga back in the live. 2025, about to be
Nigga,
2026.
I got blocked. Nigga, I swear to God, I was
Who
blocked.
blocked you?
I don't know. Because you know, Mazuma and damn Southpaw used to be cool, and I was on this bitch cussing Southpaw bitch ass out. So I don't know.
At
I don't
that
even.
time, Southpaw
By the
wasn't
time I
even running
came
with
back,
us.
I didn't even
At
know
that
Mazuma.
time.
I didn't even know Mazuma and Mark. I didn't even know Mark and Southpaw fell out when I came back.
Bet.
But then we got on here one day and the nigga was talking crazy. I was cussing his ass out. Next time I came on, I was blocked. I said, "Fuck it, I ain't coming back." Then one day I came back and said something. I wasn't blocked, so I don't know what happened. I was definitely blocked though. I ain't got no reason to lie.
Yo, why did
Yeah, J Cash, I
Bella
remember.
Faith call me the Bodega Pappy? What the fuck does that mean, bro? Every time I come on this joint, she gotta say some shit.
So you
Yeah, J Cash said I remember.
oh shit. Damn.
I couldn't even see the comments just now. I had to just look.
Shit, crazy, dude. I could just ran off. I could just not say it.
Nigga, Lorenzo said I think we was roasting him about that a while back.
We dead ass was.
I remember. Yo, bro, this
Nah,
nigga
yo,
got
I
the same
remember.
profile
Yo,
picture.
I literally remember, nigga. You showed us, nigga, as soon as he sent the request back, nigga.
I said, yo, because I didn't show
Did
the
you
first
not
time.
say I sent
texted.
another request 2 weeks later or a week later?
No, nigga, it was 2, 3, 4 hours later. I remember I sent the screenshot. I said, yo, this nigga, I first time I say, yo, this nigga's asking for his brother. He
So
just
where
asked
the
for a
picture of the
refund.
second? So where the
Nigga
picture of the
said I
second
lied.
refund request?
Yo,
The
he just
second
contradicted
time, it was
himself.
a
He said he
few
did it on
hours later.
accident.
Huh?
But now he's saying he said he did it on
Yeah, now
accident. But
he said it was an
now
accident.
he's saying it was a week
No,
after.
no, that's what he said. He said I sent the request, and then a week later I sent another request to try and
No,
get it
I
back.
never said a week, brother. I never said a
Okay,
week.
so where's the other request?
The other request is the screenshot I sent.
Okay.
So the group that was this I sent.
Okay.
I said the first
So you say
time.
you say you say you
Hey,
had
Listen,
two
let me
you know
tell you
requests, but you
Dwayne,
only got proof.
Listen.
you know Dwayne Boo?
I don't know who that is. It's some other nigga asking me for money. I thought that was him. Like
Nigga,
from
my
another
name
account or
is
some shit.
Keena. It's Keenneh.
Yeah, nigga, we know. This shit right there. Nigga, shit right there.
Nigga said,
Nigga
yeah,
said,
nigga, we know.
Yo, this nigga crazy. This nigga, yo, and the funny, I sent it in the chat. I said, yo, this nigga asking for his bread back. Mark, I remember Mark said, nigga, you lying. So everybody laughing. I let it rock a couple hours. I got the notification again. That's when I went and I screenshotted it and I sent it to the chat. I said, look, this nigga again.
I probably blocked him
Twice.
from the chat because he asked for the bread back. I probably blocked him.
Hating niggas always blocking, bro. When the nigga don't agree with them.
So what, nigga? You mad, nigga? So what? I don't give a
I
fuck.
ain't man. I
You
don't give a
ain't
fuck to
agree.
be honest
You
with
ain't
you.
agree.
I mean, it was cool
salty.
chopping it up or whatever, but you know, it's not the only
It's not
boxing
about
channel.
not agreeing.
Yeah,
Nigga. We
it ain't
was
that serious.
salty.
Not that serious.
Shit don't even make sense because we was all disagreeing with you.
Nigga, his pockets was salty.
Yo, nigga,
Man, that's cool.
He didn't have a problem before that. We was disagreeing with this nigga takes every day.
I got blocked. Why would I come on the channel?
So you wait. So this is my first time seeing you back. You randomly got unblocked?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Cap. He's cap.
Yo, Mark, you was unblocking niggas? You was unblocking
After
nuggas
that
today?
time when me and South Park got into it on this channel,
nobody.
next time I came back, I was blocked.
Hold on. Yo, wait. Mark, you was unblocking niggas today or yesterday?
No.
Oh, damn. He just appeared out the blue.
Yo, Ree, he wasn't salty. His pockets was salty, bro.
Nigga fucking requesting back $100.
But I do got 2 channels though, and actually I don't know if I had my other channel made. So it might have been my other channel.
Yeah, it was the same next gen, same profile picture. You with the nappy ass beard, nigga, looking like what's that nigga? The same, bro. We niggas.
Bitch, you look like you can't even grow a beard from what I see.
Oh, here we go. Yo, Ree, show him your Adrian Broner beard right now.
If that shit Adrian Broner, that shit nappy.
Yeah.
Your picture look like AI next gen. That's AI.
Nigga farted in the camera. What happened?
Yo, you remember how? And let me tell you how I really remember this nigga. This nigga, I bet you, he live in Vermont. He said he lived in Vermont. Cause I was gonna find this thing. He's from Vermont.
He do live in Vermont.
This nigga is a habitual liar. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're not from Vermont?
A habitual liar.
You not wait. So you're not from
nigga. I remember you saying you was from Vermont too.
Or he lived in Vermont. It was one of
those.
Yeah,
you lived in Vermont. You live in Vermont. So
we
got live in Vermont, but you from somewhere else.
2 habitual liars in here.
Nigga, we caught you in 4K line about asking for your bread back. You like, what are you talking about?
Why the fuck would I say I live in Vermont?
Yo, Mark, why he calling you a liar, bro? Why you forcing that, bro?
He not calling me a liar because I'm not the one who said that.
I'm just trying to instigate. I'm trying to instigate.
Yo, this nigga.
You know who the fuck I'm talking to?
Yo, Mark.
Who you talking to?
Both of y'all niggas. Who's the niggas that's talking? The 2 habitual line niggas in here. The nigga with the man.
Yo, this nigga got.
You sound My fault. Never mind. We about to get demonetized.
Slime. This nigga.
I'm not even gonna say it because we gonna get demonetized. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Say he never requested. Yo, you know how niggas be saying that because it was 2023. He probably thought niggas ain't had a screenshot, they ain't had the records, niggas ain't had nothing. He thought that shit like nigga. Yeah,
nah, niggas got receipts, nigga.
He like, I ain't request every. Oh, I did it on accident. Oh, no, I did it 2 weeks later. Oh, no, I did nigga.
No, nigga, you said I sent 2 of them bitches.
Yeah, you did, nigga. You sent 2.
My dog did it.
Notification twice. On my mother, on word to my dead man. I would never lie. I sent it, nigga, and we can go back into our group chat. I can find it too. The section.
Go get the 2 then, motherfucker.
We can do that. Like, yo, listen, this nigga asking for his bread back again. Niggas was flaming this nigga.
Go get the 2, bitch.
And it was funny too. I lowered it. I really wanted to bet $200. Yo, Mark.
So where you from then, next gen? If you ain't
matter of fact, where you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Yo, Slime, I will pull out Vermont out of my ass.
You will.
I remember that. I remember him saying that shit.
What the fuck is even in Vermont?
You nigga.
To claim I'm from Vermont.
Nigga.
Oh my god, this nigga. I don't know who this nigga is now. This nigga. That's not even like anything now.
You know who's in Vermont? Yo, next gen. You know who's in Vermont? Your baby mama.
I ain't got no kids, nigga.
Nigga, we know.
Ready.
This nigga. Yo,
what was that shit you were saying about Shakur? Next gen,
bro. It really don't matter. But
don't this nigga hate Shakur too?
Yeah,
I mean,
he love Ryan.
Ryan
was a disappointment. Ryan was a disappointment.
Yo, Ryan said he don't fuck with your kind, and you still suck his beef, nigga. That's crazy.
Yo, Mark, and Slime, you remember the thing is, I remember all Ryan.
He just said he ain't got nothing to do with it.
What you talking about? You talking about
wait. So
you're
right not a Ryan fan?
You say what?
You're not a Ryan fan?
No, because he confirmed himself to be a drug
Mark, get him out of here. Mark, get him out of here.
No, I'm not.
Mark,
I'm not now.
Mark, get him out of here.
When you get new information, you gotta make a decision once you get new information. Once he
Yo.
went up to Rolly, was looking different from when he beat Darren.
No.
Pop drugs.
2023.
Hold on, wait. I'm about to make a crazy point. I'm about to slap this nigga with this point. Yo, so you mean to tell me the PEDs is what made it not a Ryan fan, not the racism, none of that. Not him saying he don't fuck with black people, none of that. That didn't make
No,
you
it
just
was
not be a fan?
it was both. That black shit was
Nigga,
crazy.
oh, now it's both.
When the fuck did I say it wasn't?
Nigga, you just said when he's you don't fuck with him because he's a PED user. You didn't even say because he said racist shit first. None
Nigga,
of that.
he was a PED user before he said the racist shit.
He said racist shit before that too, though. What the fuck
you
you talking about?
And to be honest with you, in combat sports, that shit damn near like the movies. Niggas be saying racist
Yo,
shit
bro,
all the time.
you licking from the shaft, bro. You're forcing
Nigga,
it.
and you keep talking about gay shit like nigga.
Nah. Listen. On everything I love.
Niggas do
Listen.
Don't nobody say no gay shit like boxing.
Yeah, we ain't talking that. Look. Listen. Listen. You said
as long
it
as you ain't
here,
saying no gay shit,
Ryan, niggas ain't saying nothing, bro. Shut up, bro. Damn.
Don't say no gay shit.
Said Ryan is a generational talent. He was a generational talent. He was the best lightweight. He was the best lightweight in the world. We was hating on him because the nigga was good looking. He had an Instagram following. He was a star. He sold this and that. He carried the pay-per-view in the tank.
Half
I
of that
remember
shit you
all this
said
like
is
it
a
was
fucking
yesterday.
lie. Half of that shit
swear to
you
God,
saying
I'm
is a
not
lie.
lying.
I ain't say that shit.
You sound like a nigga to say that some shit like that.
Yo,
what are you talking about?
Well,
I swear,
nigga, you look like a nigga that can wear a
J-Cat's
man
gonna
bun.
find it
So
too.
we just two
J-Cat's
niggas
gonna
that-
find it because yo, I swear, yo, gang, niggas
like I don't know what we getting at right now.
We gonna put
like,
no. We gonna put your face on a wall, and we gonna say we gonna bring a bunch of kids around. We're gonna be like, yo, do not be like this nigga right here, right? You know what I'm saying? Do not be. This is not who you want to grow up to be.
That was a good
it's
one.
like, yo, we just gonna keep catching you alive, gang.
That was a really good
Yo, I
one.
know 2023 was a long time ago, but niggas really remember shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was a really good one. You got me right there, buddy.
He did get you because you had to repeat that shit like 8 times.
Mazuma, was you asking something about Shakur though?
Yeah,
I don't know these two goofy ass niggas. They just want to just keep lying about shit. So, did you want to say something about Shakur though?
Yo, it's funny. It's funny. I ain't lie about. I ain't lie about one thing.
So they asked you about it. It's kind of crazy.
It's funny. I ain't lie about one thing.
I heard you
niggas
say
race, bro. Mazuma, you not even black and you be saying nigga, bro. I'm not.
Nigga, my dad black, dickhead. What is you talking about?
I'm not even trying to call you out, but bro,
what is you talking about? My dad black, dickhead.
Bro.
Mark, you're Puerto Rican. Mark,
black.
You're Puerto Rican, right?
Your daddy black or Puerto Rican?
This nigga, I hate when niggas do this shit.
Yo, my son Mark is black and Puerto Rican. My son Mark Pops is black. What are you talking about, dickhead?
Is he black or Puerto Rican?
Are you high? I just said this nigga Pops is black. Like, yo, this nigga.
Yo, let me enlighten.
Like what?
Black.
Yo, let me enlighten you, next gen. Let me enlighten you on something.
Can Mark answer my question? Goddamn, nigga.
I just answered it, nigga. I said my dad black.
Fully black.
What are you talking about? Who?
He's fully black.
Nigga, he's
not from
black
Puerto
as you,
Rico.
nigga.
My dad is black.
Is he Puerto Rican black or is he black?
Bring him on so he can answer it for you.
He just said, "Is he Puerto Rican black?" Yo, black is black, nigga. No matter the ethnicity. Yo, being Puerto Rican. Yo, shut up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm talking, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
Fuck if you talking, nigga. Nigga,
yo, listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Nobody cares about you.
Platform. I don't even know who the fuck you are. I'm on my
nigga. I'm Slime. Nice to meet you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
I don't give a fuck who you are, boy.
Yo, bro.
I'm talking
big,
to Mark.
bro. I'm trying to tell you something.
That's the thing too. Hold up, Slime. You ain't even gotta say nothing no more. My dad black, right? But let's say he wasn't, right? What's next?
If he wasn't, you just be somebody saying nigga.
You ain't got no problem with Ryan saying it, so why the fuck you worried about me saying it?
It don't matter who's saying it, to be honest with you.
So why you even brought it up?
Because people say nigga all the time. That ain't no shit that get up under my skin.
But he wasn't. You one of them showbiz ass.
Ryan didn't even say nigga with the A, bro. You dumbass. You prick. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
To be honest with you, bro, it don't matter. Hispanic say nigga. Hispanic say nigga, bro. Everybody be saying.
Hey, y'all niggas don't believe me. Y'all niggas don't believe me with shit I said about Ryan, right?
Yo, Cash. How this nigga eat corn, bro?
This nigga's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yo, this nigga.
And niggas ain't gonna get nowhere till they stop.
I remember this nigga because word too. I never met
ain't gonna get nowhere.
I never met a black nigga in my life that ever said Ryan was their favorite fighter. So that's how I really remember this nigga. He the only nigga I know that said Ryan was ever his favorite fighter. And I remember the shit he was saying.
Who
And
said,
niggas in here
nigga
remember.
said Rican black ain't black. So my dad, me being Puerto Rican and my father being black, that ain't it. Y'all niggas is weirdos, cuz I swear to God.
Yo, and he's the dumb nigga who don't know. He don't know
So
that
like, so
Puerto
what about,
Rican.
all right, based off of that logic, so what's black then? Cause I know black people that's from motherfucking Dominican Republic. I know black people that's from motherfucking all over the place.
Yeah, and you know that there's black people in Dominican Republic that don't fuck with black. You know, the
But there's
same
plenty
way.
of Dominicans that do fuck with black.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. If I,
and you know what's something that don't,
black.
and you know what's something that don't, and you
So
know
what
it's a
the
good,
fuck that
and you know it's a
mean?
good bit that don't, and you
So
know
what
it's a
that
good bit
mean?
that don't fuck with black Americans. You know it is. Don't act
Nigga,
like you
bro, I know
don't act
plenty
like
of
you don't know how
Dominicans
Latinos
that's
be.
from America that acknowledge being black and they look just like you. So what the fuck is you talking about? So what that mean? They can't say it because other people say they don't, because they don't acknowledge it.
I'm just saying, bro. People gonna do what they want, bro.
Listen,
And
man,
I'm just
my dad,
it's not something that affects
my dad a whole Nigerian, so I don't even know what the fuck these niggas be talking about. So because his family traveled over from Nigeria to Puerto Rico, he ain't black. Fuck is we talking about? Y'all niggas don't be making
So
no sense.
your daddy was born in Nigeria?
No, he wasn't born in Nigeria. His family came from Nigeria.
Where was your daddy born at?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Have you
What is we talking about?
nigga, Ree, you from Ree, you from Queens? Shut up.
I mean, my daddy
I'm
from
not
Africa.
from Queens.
So
My
when
daddy
you
from
look
Africa,
at
so I get
so
it.
when you look at Andy Cruz, he not black.
And
When you
Cruz
look-
black.
When you look at Laura,
It's
he ain't black.
levels.
Hold on. I
It's
can't hear
levels.
him. What happened?
I say Andy Cruz black, but there's levels. Like even how that shit is in Brazil. Like in Brazil, they got a different name for every shade of black. And you got
Don't
light
matter.
skin.
They're still black.
Okay, but you got light skinned black people in Brazil that's racist against the dark skinned black people in Brazil.
Nigga and shit. We
call
got
them
that here in America too.
Okay. So
There's
what I'm saying,
colorism in America too. What is you talking about?
so you proving my point. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
No, but you got but Ryan's not black and he disrespecting your people and you saying that don't matter. Why?
I ain't saying that don't matter. I'm saying that shit don't
That's
matter.
exactly what you
I'm
said.
saying that shit
That
don't
don't
matter
matter.
in the grand scheme, bro. Like niggas gotta get over that shit, bro. People ain't like, bro. People ain't
So
never gonna
just
stop
tolerate disrespect. So if a nigga punch you in your mouth, you gonna just
If
get
a nigga
over it?
punch me on my mouth, we gonna fight. If a nigga call me a nigga,
All
I'm
right.
gonna call him a bitch.
All
ass
right,
nigga.
well,
I'm gonna
that
tell him we can
it's
fight.
disrespect regardless. Whether somebody calling you the ER or a nigga punch you in your mouth, that's disrespect. So is you supposed to just leave it alone? Somebody disrespecting you?
It depends on the situation.
I'm telling you the situation. So if somebody call you an ER and you cool, you cool with that? You okay with that?
It depends on the situation, bro.
Bro, you know the situation. He called
There's
you
no-
the N-word. You cool with that?
It ain't about being cool with it. It's about what can you do about it.
A lot.
Like what can you do about it?
A lot.
What? Okay, so bro, we see the racism that's around now on the internet and stuff. Like what? Like people are like flat out racist nowadays. What you gonna do? Get mad about it all the time when people say nigga, bro? People ain't never gonna
No,
stop
we
saying
acknowledge
nigga,
them for who we are and that we stop fucking with them. That's what we do.
bro. I mean, okay, that's cool.
And if we see them in person, then we move accordingly.
I mean,
That's
shit.
what I do.
I mean, shit. We
For a
see
motherfucker who's saying I'm
how
not
T,
black,
we see
I
how
seen to be
T.O.
stand-
did. We see
I
how
seen-
T.O.
I
doing,
seen-
nigga.
for
Nigga,
somebody
T.O.
who's
was
saying
facing
I'm not black, I kind of stand up for my people more than you do. That's kind of ironic.
He kind of sound like a coon, if you ask me, bro.
Sound like a house nigga.
I mean, are you black?
Dead
Are
ass.
y'all two black?
He dead ass. Tell him
No.
what.
Are y'all
Am I black? Nigga,
Yeah.
look at me. Do I look black? Yes,
I don't
bastard.
know. You look like you might be,
I look black,
you know,
I'm
one of them
Dominican, I'm
Latino
black.
blacks. You know, one of them Latino light skinned blacks. I don't know.
Black is still black,
Hey,
dumbass.
that's what Latinos say when they want to be able to still say nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
There's more than just that, bro. My fucking grandfather's a black man. This conversation is crazy, bro.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
it went from
I'm
it
not
went
saying
from
you
this.
can't,
Yo,
bro,
saying
bro,
nigga not that
Bro,
serious.
listen. I never said you
Yo,
can't
the
say
word
nigga.
nigga not that serious. The one to claim a race that you not. It's really not that serious. It's not.
I mean, but we know people do it all the time. So it is what it is. I'm just saying I don't
imagine
get.
a word being so cool that I just I'm just claiming black for no reason. No,
I'm just saying I
family
don't
is
get
black.
worked up about it.
Yo, bro, I know white people who get mad if they hear the hard R, and you just over here like, yeah.
Because, bro, until the day I die, till the day you die, people ain't gonna never stop saying nigga. Like
So
okay, so why the fuck care about it, bro?
why not
What?
care about it? That's part of you. Part of the
Because
problem, nigga. Fuck you. You part of the
It's
problem.
not
Fuck
about
you.
because
not
there's
caring
nothing
about
you
it,
can
nigga.
do
You
about
still
it.
You and Ted
still
Bradley and
rooting for them.
Showbiz is the same nigga.
Dead
I don't
ass.
even know what they said about it. I just know when
Yo.
I hear the word nigga, or if I know somebody saying the word nigga, that's not about to
Shut
be
up,
about
Uncle
it.
Ruckus. Fuck you.
All right, well, fuck you too, you fat
Oh,
bitch.
man.
I can name call too. I can name call too. So shit. What? Now we just two niggas cussing each other out. Now what?
Yo, it went from this nigga requesting money to this nigga being like, yo, I don't care. He said nigga, I still love the nigga. Like, yo,
It went from this
So
nigga
who
being
said
broke.
that?
You're
And
a
that's why
bro.
I'm saying y'all.
Yo,
This shit don't
what
happen
you
in no other sport.
what you
but
call
boxing.
slime, bro? What you
Niggas just
call
be
slime?
lying, bro. Like niggas
All
just
right,
be
Mark.
lying.
yo,
Like,
niggas ain't
push
yo
lie.
gang. Niggas
Yo,
ain't lie about one thing
yo,
this
next
whole
gen.
day, bro.
Yo, next gen. What you call slime?
A fat bitch. The fuck? I don't even know
Yo,
these niggas. And I
niggas
don't even
ain't
like
lie
getting
about
disrespectful like
one
that. But niggas
thing,
get
bro.
disrespectful. So now I gotta get disrespectful. Nigga, my mama ain't raised me that like this, nigga.
That
Nah,
cool, the funny motherfucker, boy.
Niggas is
I
crazy,
could wait.
bro.
Your
You too
mom
light
ain't
skinned to
raised
be
you.
calling
Wait,
people
your
coon,
mom ain't
bro.
raised you like that?
So you gotta be a certain skin color to call
You
somebody
can't be
a
calling
coon.
people coon,
All
bro.
right, well, come do something about it.
benefit
Do something about it.
from light skinnedness, bro. You can't be calling people coon, bro.
Nigga,
Nigga,
a
you are a
coon.
cool nigga. You
Nigga,
are
you
a
a
Yo, why
bro.
don't you show yourself? Why don't you show yourself? What
I
color
mean, I
is you?
can. I mean, you sound like you want to see my face.
You
What?
ain't much darker than me, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Nigga, you are light skinned, nigga. Nigga, you
What
high
are
yellow.
you? You ain't
You
dark.
look like
I'm brown.
bro. You look
Oh,
like
you
a
brown.
bum ass Kyrie Irving, my nigga.
I
You
mean,
ugly as
is
fuck.
that an
Yo, turn
insult?
that shit. Yo, turn that
Is that
shit
an
the
insult?
fuck off. You look like Gary Russell and Kyrie Irving had a baby.
You can turn
Fuck
it
you.
off. You can turn it off.
Turn that shit off, bro. Just do it to me. Do the world a favor. Yo, you made Bella Faith throw up, bro.
Who the fuck is Bella Faith?
Yeah, aunt.
This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, you be tap dancing for sure.
Hell yeah,
Tap
bro.
dancing in what way? Because I said I don't care about niggas.
Yo, he got
saying
Southpaw
nigga.
beanie on. Yo, you stole Southpaw beanie?
Nigga, this is a fucking do-rag. But you don't know nothing about that, do you?
Actually, it's a wave cap, dumbass. You
Yo,
don't know nothing about that, do you?
Tomato.
Tomato,
You super
tomato is
yo,
two different
man.
things, you fucking idiot.
tomato, you dumb bitch. What the fuck are we talking about right now? What are we talking
Yo,
about?
he's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm thinking this motherfucker gonna be like motherfucking Terrence Crawford color coming into the camera. This motherfucker like 2 shades darker than
Bruh.
me.
Nigga.
Nigga, if I
said,
get 10, we the same
Bruh, look
complexion.
at
yo,
your
this
hair,
nigga,
bro. Look
A
at
little
your
bit of
hair.
sun,
Your
a
hair
little bit of
straight,
sun,
bro.
and we the same color.
Bro,
You
your
ain't
hair is
saying
straight,
shit.
bro. Your
Huh?
hair is straight, bro. Bro, your hair is straight, bro.
My
yo,
hair
this
wavy,
nigga Jay
dickhead.
No.
What is you
funny,
talking
bro.
about? My hair wavy, dickhead. Look at it.
Bruh.
You look dumb. Look up.
Bruh, I don't see
What
a
you
ripple
talking
in
about?
there. I don't see
And I
a
don't even
ripple in
brush
your
my
hair.
shit. My shit been
Nigga
wavy.
said I thought he was about to be the blackest nigga in all of the
Yo,
camera.
look at his teeth. He def chewed through electrical wire, and look at him. Yo, his teeth about long as
And this
fuck.
nigga ain't got no type of lineup with a man bun. Come the fuck on, bro. Come the fuck on. No lineup with a man bun. Can't grow no fucking beard. Wish he could grow a beard like this.
Nigga, my beard
Come
is
on.
right here. What you
Nigga, your
talking
beard
about?
is struggling. Your beard is struggling, nigga. Get off my
Yo,
dick.
I really remember this nigga,
Come on,
boy.
bro.
This nigga's from
Talking
Vermont.
You ain't
crazy.
even. You don't
Orion
got no
thing.
lineup neither, though, nigga. And you can't
Hey,
even.
that's fine. But at least I can grow this shit. This nigga can't even grow this shit talking shit.
Nigga,
At least I got some shit to line
my
up.
shit shaved down. I get it shaved down every time I get a
Nigga,
haircut.
your
You
shit
sucking
boneless.
it.
Nigga, your shit boneless. Boneless
Nigga shit
beard, nigga.
boneless.
Fuck is this
Yo,
nigga talking
man.
about? You wish you could grow a beard like this, nigga.
And then he
Yo,
gonna look off like he said some crazy shit. Yo, you ugly as fuck,
nigga
dog.
looked off like a
No
magnet.
bullshit.
Now we talking about looks.
I can't
We
say,
two grown,
yo, bro. I
and
can't
now a
say
grown
nothing.
man
I
is
can't
talking
say
about
Bro,
nothing
looks.
you
other
can't,
else
bro,
about you
bro,
that
you
you're
can't be
ugly.
mad. You can't be mad that niggas calling you ugly because you said Ryan cute, nigga.
I never said that shit. These niggas are lying.
Yo,
I
the
never
nigga
said that
said,
bullshit.
yo,
You
I
like
swear,
on
yo,
Ryan your
in an
type, nigga.
argument about boxing, the nigga
They
said,
hit.
yo, y'all hating on Ryan because he good looking.
you're
Like,
lying through your fucking teeth. Come on, bro.
yo, Jen, it's 6 other niggas in the comments that
Hey,
said
yo,
nigga they
yo.
remember.
We gonna leave this alone. If he a coon, he a coon. It is what it is. I want to ask you.
Coon is crazy.
He a gay coon
I
at
mean-
that because he said Ryan cute.
I want to
Niggas
ask you.
say,
Now,
yo,
now here
niggas
we go
hating
talking
on
about
Ryan
gay and
'cause he
sexuality
good looking.
again. No other sports fans do this. I'm just letting y'all know. Like y'all
Yo, hold on, I'll be
the
back.
boxing fans. Y'all the problem with boxing fans. No other
Nah,
sports talk about
nigga,
gay shit
you
more
the
than
problem with
boxing
boxing fans, cause niggas like you who hate on the nigga and the nigga can't do right in his eyes. Like Shakur, everything Shakur ever did in his career was wrong, and he got to do this. He got to bow
fans. Bro,
down. He
I
got to
ain't
be on
saying
his
that's
knees for a
wrong,
fight.
bro.
Nigga,
I mean,
that's what you
we can
said.
talk about, bro. We can
What are you
talk about
talking
this
about,
shit,
nigga?
bro.
And this is even me arguing with you back in the day, cause you was saying the same dumb shit. And now I'm on your ass again. You say the same dumb shit. You was wrong with boxing, nigga.
So
Cause you
what's the
don't even want to see a fight
what's the
and
argument
you
again?
preaching for a nigga. What are you
What's the
talking about?
argument again? Because I really don't even give a fuck. Like I told you, I don't give a fuck if they fight. But there's ways to make a fight. There's ways to not make a fight.
Yo, bag heavy. You want to do Shakur versus Teo? You want me to lower it to $50 this time? 25, 10? You gonna run off? Wait, let me know. What we doing?
You talking about me?
Shakur versus Teo. You want to take Teo? You want me to lower it to 25? You want to bet again? I won't expose you if you need a refund. I'll just give it back to you if you need it.
No, because I actually think Shakur will win that fight. But to be honest with you, I would not be surprised if Shakur
Yo,
beat his
man.
ass. I would not be surprised if Shakur beat his ass for real.
This nigga took Edwin De La Santos to beat Shakur, but he gonna take Teo. All right, man.
And what the fuck did Shakur do with Edwin? Run like a bitch.
Oh my god.
Ran like a bitch all night. Did not want no-
What you do for a living? Next John. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. You muted, bro?
No. Oh my sorry, my finger was over the mic.
Yeah,
But yeah, don't worry about what I do for a living. Keep it boxing, bro. I work with kids. I'll say that.
You a teacher?
Yeah, somewhere in that field, but keep it boxing or whatever else besides.
You run a daycare.
Don't worry about that.
You do speech therapy.
Why do you want to know what I do? Jesus Christ! I got like this a goddamn. I don't know. That's what women be asking you, bro. When you meet women, that's what women ask you, bro.
You a football coach.
Bro, why do you care, bro?
For 6 and under.
Why do you care, dude?
This nigga run an after school program. They bake cookies.
What are you talking about?
He looked like Gary Russell, bro.
Which one?
The ugly one.
That was pretty good.
Which one? Nigga said which one? There's like 8 of them niggas.
They're all named Gary Russell. That's bro.
Yo.
It's like George Foreman when he named all his sons George. He's forcing it.
Oh,
But
that shit is
anyways,
crazy.
shit. For some reason, I'm trying to let Terrence Smith in, but it's not letting me. Like, I'm clicking his name. It's not coming. It's not letting me. I don't know what's going on. I think.
Don't tell me that's another nigga I'm gonna have to go back and forth with.
Yeah.
Cause I got smoke. Y'all see, I got smoke for everybody if you want it.
You ain't saying shit. You ain't saying shit.
You ain't saying too much of nothing.
You ain't saying
Yeah.
shit. Your boxing
Yeah.
hard. You funny though.
Y'all funny too. That's why I'm still here.
You funny, but you ain't got no boxing points though. So that's why
Bruh.
I'm on some whole other shit with you, cause that's why I had to talk about you being a motherfucking ballerina instructor or something. You a football coach for 6 and under. You do something.
I mean, do you want to talk about that? You want to talk about that Shakur shit for real?
Yeah,
Bro, that's some real shit, bro.
yeah. Before we dip, yeah.
All right, bro.
Terrence, it's still not letting. It's still not letting you in, brother. I'm sorry, man. I'm literally clicking add the stage. It's not letting me. I don't know what's going on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say before we wrap up.
But look, bro. Now you see when Devin Haney wanted to go get Cambosis, he went over there and fought Cambosis and he signed with them.
Right,
Bro, when you a free agent, bro, you can do what you want. Now see, this the thing. Now Shakur came out and said, like, all right, I sat down with them, they wasn't talking about the money I'm talking about. That's a whole nother story. But even then, sometimes you see when Devin took a damn pay cut versus Cambosis to go over there and sign and have to get that fight.
Yeah.
Shoot, if PBC say, look, all right, Shakur, we can offer you X, Y, and Z, and I ain't trying to be no fan promoter, but when you call the nigga out that bad, bro, like, do what you got to do, bro. That's all I'm saying. And like I told you, I don't care if I get made or not. I swear to God, I don't. Because
Why?
Boxing is a
Why?
big sport.
As a boxing fan, why don't you care about that? Shouldn't
Because,
you
bro, and I'm gonna use that point about this Ryan Garcia shit. Because I was definitely a big Ryan Garcia fan. I was an Inoue fan too. I had other fighters, but I was a big Ryan Garcia fan. But once you see how that shit shake out, and then as I'm looking at Ryan Garcia's career and I'm seeing how he moving, I'm like, damn, this nigga really don't care about sport like that. Like this nigga really, every time some shit go down, he got an excuse. But when I look up and I see what's going on, I'm like, well, shit, Ryan Garcia on some bullshit, but you still got other niggas making moves. Shit, I like Jerron Ennis now. Like I like Boots. Like I like Junto Nakatani. There's other shit going on in the sport to where I'm not about to be sitting here getting worked up, worried about these two niggas fight. If they fight, they fight. That's cool. Like nigga, leading up into that Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight, nigga, I did not give a fuck if that fight happened. If that fight happened, like nigga, y'all been doing this shit for 5 years, bro. Like all these boxing fans, y'all the two biggest names in sport, and y'all really just bullshitting. So it's like if it happened, it's cool, but if it don't, I'm not worried about that shit, bro. Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you this. I seen the point that you brought up with Devin and Kambosos and Tyring, and that's a solid point. But what we got to take into consideration is that it starts with the fighters, right? Before the promoter gets involved, before the network gets involved, the fighters have to have an interest first. Kambosos has to say yes, because he didn't really have no obligations to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney was a WBC champion. He had the 3 other major belts. So when you're a champion, you're not anybody's mandatory, and in the different sanctioning bodies, right? So Kambosos took on the opportunity because he wanted to face the other champion. He wanted to go for, he wanted to go for undisputed. So the reason why that fight happened was because George Kambosos wanted it, and as a result of that, Tyray took advantage and made Devin Haney sign that deal with them. Now, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, I think that, like I said, it has to start with the fighters. I genuinely feel like Gervonta Davis was never interested in making that fight happen. There's not many videos where he's been vocal about fighting him. There's always people asking about Shakur Stevenson. And, there was times where he was like, oh, he's a part of, like he's on the list. And then other times he'll come out and be like, oh, I never said I'll fight him. So he's always been a bit iffy about the Shakur Stevenson fight for whatever reason it is. But I think that we could all say at this point in time that he's not genuinely interested in fighting him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's safe to say at this point. So with that being known, I see what you're saying with the Kambosos Haney situation. However, Gervonta Davis ain't approaching it from the George Kambosos situation where it's like, all right, he's another champion in my division. Let's face him because I want to, do some legacy defining stuff. Tank on some shit where it's like, try to get the biggest bag possible with the smallest amount of risk involved. You see what I'm saying? That's just, and he hasn't directly said that, but you could tell based off his actions, that's what he wants to do. So with that being taken into consideration, I see the point that you made, but it's different because Tank isn't really making it his business to go out there and make that fight happen with Shakur. Gervonta Davis is that A side. So typically when you're approaching these things, and I've been a part of, I've made some fights happen on the zone and, local cards in Philadelphia and shit like that. Even PBC, I had my hand in some fights at PBC as well. When fights usually get made, it's A-side guys, especially at a high level, like the star that Gervonta Davis is, him and his teams are the ones that are reaching out to guys and sending guys offers. You know what I'm saying? Like he sent Frank Martin the offer. He sent Vasil Lomachenko the offer. When Lomachenko was already, ready to retire. He sent Ryan the offer. He made the steps necessary in order to make the fight happen. And he did the same thing with Lamont. Lamont wasn't tied to PBC. Ryan wasn't tied to PBC. Jake Paul's not tied to PBC. And those are 3 fights that he's made recently. This isn't like a long time ago. This was recently. So if he's willing to make these fights happen with these guys without having to sign them or bring them over in the PBC, then why does Shakur have to necessarily do that? I genuinely believe that if Shakur and Tank, if they were to fight, they would do some really good numbers. Just with the hype surrounding them alone, they'll do some numbers. And I really feel like these guys are they will do bigger numbers than the first fight with Roach and Tank. That's just me. I think that Shakur and Tank will probably do numbers close to the Tank Ryan situation. Probably not as much, but you know what I mean? Probably be ballpark, you know what I mean? Around that area because it has
I don't think so.
boxing
But if
fans.
you think so, then I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think it's safe to say at this point in time that Tank is very influential, in the black community. You know what I mean? He always has celebrities coming out. You know what I mean? He got the hardcore boxer fans tapped in. Shakur Stevenson got his hardcore boxer fans tapped in. If they're able to get this like on a big network like a Netflix or something like that, it'll definitely attract some attention. And I've even heard, and what I really pay attention to is like casuals, right? And people know me as the boxing guy. So they usually come to me and they ask me boxing questions. They be asking about that Shakur Tank fight, bro. Like they be asking.
Shakur
like they don't know too much about Shakur, but they know that his name is attached to Tank, and they'll watch a couple highlights and be like, "So why that fight didn't happen? When they gonna fight, man?"
But Shakur not a big casual guy. Like Ryan was like
he's not. But
Ryan was like the ultimate casual fan,
right?
Almost. Like,
right. But and that's why I'm kind of saying that they probably won't do the same numbers as Ryan and Tank, but they could still do some really good numbers because even though Ryan may be more popular amongst the casual boxer fans than Shakur. Shakur has done enough in the media to attach his name to Tanks. So I'll be having people who don't watch boxing at all, and they be like, "Yo, that kid, Shakur, what's going on with him and that guy Tank? Man, they gonna fight? Like I keep hearing about. Like they come to me and they ask me a little shit about that. And when the casuals start talking about it, like when they come across their timeline." That's how you know that there's a demand for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I genuinely think like, it's ultimately up to Tank to make the fights happen. And if he ain't putting no actions behind making it happen, then there's nothing Shakur can really do. All Shakur really can do as the B-side guy is just put out interviews and say that he wants to fight, keep attaching his name to Tank. That's literally all he could do. Even with the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation, Floyd was the A side. Pacquiao couldn't really do nothing but hear what Floyd had to offer.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think the fight is gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Think so?
Yes. I just think that Tank is like this is one of the biggest reasons I think that he fighting Jake Paul. Because think about it. Didn't they say he made upwards of $40 million with Ryan Garcia? Or something right in that ballpark.
Yeah, I guess.
They say he probably gonna make upwards of 40-50 million to fight Jake Paul. So if you got on paper, you done made 40-50 million. Now, personally speaking, like I said, I mean, I ain't know. Now I will say before Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fought, I was saying that fight was gonna do over 100 million, and people were saying you fucking crazy, like you stupid as hell, like. And then they end up doing big numbers. I think with Tank having two $40 million, $50 million paydays. I think if he fought a Devin Haney or a Shakur Stevenson, I think it could be possibly like a $50 million pot, $60 million pot. But I think he trying to get it to the point to where it's like, all right, we gonna fight. If it's 50 million on the table, 60 million on the table, I need 35, 40 million, maybe even more than that. I think he wants the lion's share, but he got to put himself in position financially to actually make those demands. Because Shakur saying he'll take less money or whatever. But we even seen with that Frank Martin situation, all you had to do was give Frank Martin a little bit more or whatever, and you wasn't willing to do that. So that's all I'm saying. And then even if you look at the Canelo,
what I think is because that fight had ended up going to a purse bid. So when it goes to a purse bid, there's only so much that Shakur could do. It's really ultimately up to whoever purchases the fight. They're the ones who decides to split. So that's what had happened. Frank Martin was the number one guy in the WBC. Shakur Stevenson had the title, obviously, and it had went to a purse bid, right? So before it had actually went off to, be sold to whoever was going to be the highest bidder, Frank Martin had pulled out because Tank had gave him a bigger number. You know what I mean? Gave him a better number that he was looking for.
Yeah.
So Shakur, let's say it went to a purse bid and Top Rank bought it for $2 million. I think Shakur Stevenson gets like 2/3 of that. And I think that I forgot how the way it's split, but I think it's like 67-33 split. And Shakur's favorite because he's the champion. So he can't really control. It's really up to whoever is the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna ask you this. So you don't think Jay Prince had anything to do with them numbers?
What you mean? I think it. What, the purse bid?
I mean, he gotta get paid too, don't he?
Well, he gets a percentage of what Shakur makes.
Okay.
So like, because he's Shakur manager, I don't know what deal they got, but some managers be taking 20%. Shit,
I was gonna say, wasn't it a situation with Edwin De Los Santos when he was about to fight Keyshawn, where they was telling him it was a number that was in the pot, but then it was really another number?
That was some sneaky shit, but that was with his promoter at the time. That was Sam Shalukowicz. So Edwin was told, and this happens frequently, unfortunately, when you're not being on top of your business and you're not, in them rooms with them networks and them higher ups, you really don't know how much you're getting paid until you ask for some type of transparency.
Right. And I'll just make this point. Like, I'm not even trying to be on fans and promoting type of shit. But at the same time, you got to think of the other fighters' perspective. Like, how everybody said, like, oh, Frank Martin was ducking, Pitbull Cruz was ducking. Think about the position you in, even Edwin De Los Santos. You're going to Shakur, the A-Size network, taking less money, fighting on his platform with his judges, with his promotion. If you know what I'm saying, like if Frank Martin said, all right, I'm doing all this, I'm coming over there. Of course, I might not be the name, but throw me a little bit extra cheese, so because I'm coming and doing everything. We put the ball in your court, so that's another thing you gotta look at too. Like if a nigga want a little bit more money, because it's like, damn nigga, like at the end of the day, you the A side, you're the guy, all this stuff. Do what you gotta do to make the fights happen, because that's kind of the same situation with Boots.
That's the thing. That's really out of Shakur Stevens' hands, because he's not the one who's putting the bread up for the fight. That's Top Rank. I'm sorry, that's Top Rank. So like,
no, I know what you're saying.
If that's their shows, they're the ones who's putting up the budget. They get the budget from, I guess they get the budget from ESPN, and then they break it down from there. So it's really like a situation where it's like, oh, Shakur should be giving them more money. Shakur can't control. Shakur, he gets.
So what you said is Shakur not in control of his career like a real boss is, right?
Say that again.
So Shakur not really in control of his career, like getting moves.
I mean, at that time he wasn't, because he was with.
I mean, bro, he really still not, bro. If we being honest, he really still not.
I mean, from what I understand, he a free agent, and he's like dealing directly with Turkey Al-Sheikh now. So it's like, I mean, you not really ever the boss unless you put your own money up to be
right.
And that is really rare. Like, you don't really see people doing that anymore.
Well, the reason I brought that up,
because if Turkey Al-Sheikh putting the bread up, how could you say you a boss when he the one who paying you?
I get what you're saying, but the reason I brought that up is like, even how we've been saying, like, okay, why Shakur got to sign with PBC, why Shakur got to sign with PBC. Like, you got to think about the incentive for what Top Rank is doing to send their fighter over to a platform. Like, I get it, Shakur calling out Tank, oh, I want to fight, I want to do this, I want to do that. But at the end of the day, we just established Shakur not really in control of his career like he trying to be, and how he say is he can say I want to fight. He can say, oh, I want to fight Tank, I want to do this, I want to do that, while you're signed with Bob Arab on Top Rank, and ask why Tank can't just send the contract. But Shakur has handlers, and we just had this conversation. We know that Shakur has handlers. I just don't think it was that realistic that Top Rank was gonna make a deal and send Shakur over there because to me, I think Tank beating Shakur ass personally. I think he's stopping him. So I don't think that Top Rank was willing to do that risk and send him over there. And that's another reason why I'm like, okay, well, think about it, bro. Like, these promotional companies know that these fighters are trying to be their own boss. They want to make moves. They want to, I'm gonna get a check here, then I'm gonna get a check there, then I'm gonna get a check here. Why would PBC get that nigga a good deal if he not gonna sign long term with them? Why would they give him a, like, okay, so and that's what I was saying earlier in the chat. Okay, you might have to take less money. You might have to take a Rayo fight first. You might have to take another Edwin De Los Santos rematch first. You might have to fight a Pitbull Cruz first. But if you invest in PBC, they'll invest in you back to you know what I'm saying, to get you a big mega fight with Tank Davis. But you're not just about to hop over here, or I'm gonna beat Tank Davis, become the face of boxing, make my bag, and then run off and go do what I want. That shit just not realistic, bro. And that's all I was saying even earlier when I was saying nigga just sign with PBC, because you can sign with Eddie Hearn. And ultimately, what the fuck did signing with Eddie Hearn do for Shakur's career? A title defense against Zepeda. Come on now, bro. That was the
best. I mean, when you really look over his options, that was really the best scenario for him.
That was the best scenario, signing with Eddie Hearn. That wasn't the best scenario.
Zepeda fight. The Zepeda fight was the best situation for Shakur at that time, because he couldn't get any opportunity. Look, man, like at the time, Lomachenko, he beat Kambosos. he didn't want to box no more. So that's out the window. And plus, Loma never really expressed. He never really wanted to fight Shakur, even when they was under the same stable. All right, cool. So then you talking about who else was the other champion?
But even think
Keyshawn
about
and them. You already know Keyshawn and Shakur. Them motherfuckers ain't rumbling. Gervonta Davis had the WBA. That fight's not available. So it's like, all right. He tried to fight Floyd Schofield. He couldn't get the fight. The motherfucker said he was poisoned or whatever the case is. He had to settle for a last minute replacement with Josh Padley. Okay, cool. I would rather fight Josh Padley because it would suck for me to do a full fucking training camp and not get compensated for it.
I feel like PBC had a couple fighters that'd be more interested in them fights. Like I feel like if Shakur had went and signed
who
with
on PBC would have been a better fight for him at lightweight than Cepeda at 135.
I mean, shit. I think the Edwin rematch would have been a good fight. I think the Pitbull Cruz rematch would have been a good. I mean, I think
he came. He had blood clots. He was coming off
you're right.
He coming off a multi-year layoff.
But think about it. Had he signed with them, he could have maybe even ran that Frank Martin fight.
But if you criticized him for Edwin De Los Santos' performance and you said that you didn't like the fight, why would you want to see a rematch?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that question because he said, "Oh, the only reason I fought like that is because my hand was hurt." Okay, well now that your hand not hurt, let's see you do what you said you was gonna do. He said I had the injury, so that's why I did like that. I showed y'all how to get the dub on the bad night. Well, yeah, all right, well, let your hand heal up, run that shit back. Now let's see you be the dominant Shakur.
Considering that Edwin De Los Santos was coming off of like blood clots, a long layoff. Let's say Shakur fought him and beat him. Think they would have still gave him credit for it, or you think they would have gave him the inactivity excuse?
I would have gave him credit, but it depends on what he did. Now,
from a general standpoint, knowing
how to depends on how he won, and I'm glad you said that because that brings me to my next point about Shakur Stevenson. Oh, Tank Davis. Oh, you ain't doing because Tank Davis. He's giving little hints.
Slime is hold on, bro. Slime is not letting me bring anybody else up. Like somebody else is trying to come on here. Whenever I try to add them to the stage, it won't let me. So I'm not ignoring you. I see you coming up. I'm trying to add people to the stage. It's not allowing me to. So it's not me. It's this. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No, you good. But I was saying, like, even with Tank Davis, like, sometimes he's saying, like, oh, yeah, you know, what is he doing? What's he doing? And I get, you know, Shakur got his little belts or whatever at 130 and 126. But at the end of the day, when did Tank fight Ryan Garcia? When he beat the dog shit, after he beat the dog shit out of Fortuna. Ryan Garcia was knocking out Luke Campbell. When you having those...
Who the fuck is them niggas?
I'm just saying. But look, when you beat the dog shit out dudes, that's building the hype. That's getting the casuals into it. It depends on your performance.
What's the hype with the De Los Santos and Shakur Stevenson fight? Like the rematch.
The hype would be, yeah, I was hurt the first time because what was Shakur saying? I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z.
Right, but look at it this way: he injured and still clearly won the fight. So I
don't know if he don't you know that on that judge scorecards once judge scored it a draw.
Bro, we get fucked up scorecards all the time. You ain't watched that fight,
bro. Mark,
listen, there's no way you watched that fight and thought it was close.
Mark,
how can you say that fight close? He couldn't touch Shakur.
Nigga, Shakur wasn't doing shit back to him. They both wasn't doing shit.
Even though he did the bare minimum, he still outlanded him for 12 rounds.
Bruh. But again,
it's like, yeah, neither one of them doing shit. But if this motherfucker, if he tapping you more than you landing on him, you gotta get them rounds to him.
But think about what I said earlier. The A-side fighter fighting on top rank, fighting with top rank judges, fighting on a top rank promotion, and then the unknown Edwin De Los Santos. Even if the nigga did quote unquote win a close fight, they probably still wasn't gonna give it to him, bro. Like,
but we can't deal with ifs. We got to deal with the reality, bro.
Bro, the reality is Shakur not putting up the performances to get a Tank fight. That's the reality. If he was making some noise, if he was really showing out, if he was really doing what he was supposed to do in the ring, Tank could say like, all right, y'all think he the guy. Bro, niggas don't think Shakur the guy like that. Niggas do not think Shakur the guy like that.
So he didn't put on the performances to deserve a Tank fight. So what did Hector Luis Garcia do prior to getting that Tank fight? Beat up on Chris Colbert?
Bro, that's different, bro. And he did stop Chris Colbert. Well, no, he ain't stopped.
Who did Rolly beat to get the Gervonta Davis fight?
Bro. They all already signed the PBC. They already signed
crazy,
the PBC,
right?
Bro.
It's crazy, right?
And that's what I said earlier too.
I'm asking you. You ain't even answering. Who did they beat? Who did they beat? What performances they give you? They'd be like, he deserved that Tank fight,
Bruh.
What do you do,
bruh? Rolly knocked niggas the fuck out.
Okay, who though?
He knocked niggas out.
I could walk in the gym and put somebody to bed right now. That shit don't mean nothing. Who notable?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just telling you my perspective.
Shakur Stevenson is a more formidable opponent than a lot of the guys, including Ryan Garcia that Gervonta Davis has fought. To be honest with you, Shakur Stevenson would be the most decorated fighter that Gervonta Davis has ever fought, point blank, period, if they were to fight. There's nobody on Tank's resume that's more credible at getting a big fight with Gervonta than Shakur Stevenson himself. You can't name not one person on his resume that was like, you know what, he deserved that fight more than Shakur. No.
I mean, yeah, on paper and to like a boxing purist, like people that really know the sport, but like to build like
we could run through a couple names. Like we could run through a couple names. Jose Pedraza, was he better than Shakur? I mean, he was a champion at the time. So I give it to him. I give it to him. That was a few years ago, but I'll give it to him. Tank was the challenger. I give him that. Okay, moving on. That was a good win, but even then, you know what I mean? Shakur is more decorated than Jose Pedraza was. Cool. So we go Frank Martin. Who did Frank Martin beat? Michelle Rivera, the nigga who was acting like Muhammad Ali. Like,
and he about lost to Arthur Hadatunya.
Yeah, like you got to take these things into put. You know, I like if Shakur was like there's nobody that was coming up and ain't do nothing. I would understand that, but you talking about a 3-division world champion, bro, who got some solid wins. I mean, they weren't no fucking huge legacy defining, but he beat Jamel Herring, who was world champion. You know what I mean? He beat Joette Gonzalez, who was a top contender like himself. They was both coming up at the same time under top rank. They was both top contenders. They fought each other. He fought Oscar Valdez, the drug cheat. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what did Navarrete do to Valdez that Shakur like? Navarrete
hey man, styles make fights. Navarrete, you know. Oscar
I mean, I would have liked for
Shakur
to fight Navarrete. Honestly, I think that would have been a very compelling fight for Shakur. You know,
not at 35.
No, not at 35.
Not at 35.
If it would have happened at 30, that would have.
And we don't know. We don't know if Navarrete and them was interested in that fight anyway. You know, they don't.
I mean, we don't know if Shakur.
They don't like the fight. Like a lot of. I'm not. Navarrete hasn't really faced any like huge or big Black American fighters. So I'm gonna just say that. I feel like he goes after a certain style because them certain styles make him look good. We see somebody who could box, somewhat good, and Baranchek, and we seen how the way that fight went. So, they probably avoid that style purposely. But and they say Navarrete. Somebody said Navarrete been ducking O'Shaquie Foster. So if you ducking O'Shaquie Foster, I can only imagine what you're doing with Shakur. And a lot of people don't want to give Shakur credit for the William Cepeda win, but this dude, William Cepeda, was the #1 contender throughout all sanctioning bodies at lightweight, bro. I remember Oscar De La Hoya was flexing that. He was like, oh, we don't have to fight Shakur Stevenson. Like, they was in a power position. We was like, we're ranked in every sanctioning body. That's how badass William Cepeda is. And we're not going to just settle for the WBC title shot and all that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I seen and motherfucker, bro. It just be so funny how niggas be changing faces on here. Like in the lead up to a fight, people be like, "Yo, Shakur ain't never fight somebody like William Cepeda who throw 100 punches around." And how is Shakur gonna deal with this pressure? He ran from Edwin and all this shit, right?
Nah. I'm gonna tell you. Nah, you're right. People is definitely saying that, but I will tell you, when I saw Tevin Farmer versus Cepeda, I said,
Me too.
I said, Shakur, but also, even leading up to the fight, Shakur said, oh yeah, I've been in the ring with Cepeda a long time ago. I know Cepeda, and even how you said right there, Oscar was basically ducking Cepeda. I mean, they was basically ducking him in broad daylight for like 2 years, basically.
Shakur?
Yeah, I think Cepeda was ducking him. So with that being said, it's like, why you want to get credit for this guy, that's basically been ducking you, and then had a hard fight with Tevin Farmer, got knocked down by Tevin Farmer, and then let's not forget, after you fight and you went 22 rounds with Tevin Farmer, couldn't even buzz Tevin Farmer, couldn't even hurt him. Floyd Schofield come in and knocked Tevin Farmer out in 90 seconds. Like, that took all the that took that in itself right there to me took everything from that fight for Shakur. I'm not saying it wasn't a. Honestly, I think it was like a B- performance for Shakur. Like I thought Shakur could have stopped. When I seen Tevin Farmer knock him out, I said, "Oh, Shakur is sharper punching than Tevin Farmer. He faster than Tevin Farmer. He bigger than Tevin Farmer. I think Shakur can maybe stop him or at least knock him down a couple of times. But he did what he had to do. So.
But I'm gonna tell you this: I'm a sit here and argue that William Cepeda was more dangerous in the Shakur Stevenson fight than in the Tevin Farmer fight. I'm gonna tell you why. Bigger fight, his first world title fight, so you're already in a different mindset. And plus, even though he had those tough fights with Tevin Farmer got him
Yeah, that
ready
style
as
that
he
gave
could
him a look for that
for
style.
Shakur Stevenson because even though Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, is a lot better than Tevin Farmer, they share some similarities in terms of being slick, athletic southpaws with
good counter punchers. Hand speed,
with good reflexes. So,
yeah,
like going into those Tevin Farmer fights, William Cepeda had never fought nobody like that on a professional scale with that type of experience, with them type of abilities. But him having them two fights with Tevin Farmer, and I said this early on in my channel, I said he's fighting Tevin Farmer because and it was smart matchmaking on Oscar De La Hoya's part. I've seen him do it before, where before they take a big fight, they'll fight somebody similar to that opponent so they could be in the best position possible to be prepared for the fight. And remind me back when Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, they was bigging that up. I don't know if he was around for that. But,
a little bit. Not. I wasn't too deep into it back then, but I little bit.
Well, Canelo was just getting into the middleweight division. They kept HBO was pushing that fight crazy. Canelo and them, they wasn't truly acclimated to middleweight yet, as to where Gennady Golovkin was a career middleweight, career-long middleweight. So to get ready for the size, the power, the strength, all that good stuff, they fought, and he wasn't as good as Triple G, just like Tevin wasn't as good as Shakur. They brought in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Right, yeah.
Now, they don't fight the same. Triple G is a lot more dangerous than Chavez Jr., but Chavez had the size. He had brute strength, had some punching power. He applied pressure. They fought Chavez Jr., even though he wasn't like this. He wasn't a big name in the division at all. But that style would have, and Canelo did all 12 rounds with him just to get. He got the rounds in with a bigger, stronger guy, and that pretty much gave him a sneak peek into what was going to be, coming to him with the Triple G fight. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that Golden Boy strategically fought Tevin Farmer twice to be they got 24 rounds in with Tevin to, get themselves, ready for what was coming with Shakur Stevenson. It was smart, but you know what I mean? I think that Cepeda was more that version of that was a more dangerous Cepeda that Shakur Stevenson fought because he had the experience under his bag going into the fight, whereas he fought Tevin Farmer pretty much with no experience against slick southpaws.
Right. Nah, I feel on that. And I'll say this too about Shakur. Some people might say I'm a Shakur hater, and I could be a Shakur hater. I don't know. I feel like I'm critical of Shakur. I wouldn't call myself a hater of him because I think he's a good boxer. But I will say this. Shakur likes to fight a certain style, right? And if Shakur don't fight a Tank Davis, I'm not interested in seeing him fighting guys that we know he can beat. I feel like every Shakur Stevenson fight we've seen.
What you think about the T.O. fight?
Huh? That's a good fight, but you know what makes me think about, what kind of sucked the air out the T.O. fight for me a little bit?
What's that?
You remember when Shakur was talking about Conor Ben and going on there with Ariel Helwani? I think that's his name, the MMA dude, and he was sitting beside Conor Ben, and he said, "Oh, I'll fight Conor Ben, and I'll be honest with you, I'll just do it because I'm a bully. He ain't that big, and and he don't got this, he ain't got the skills like that." I feel, and then now you see how we got Shakur at 135, right? But he says, "Oh, I only go up to 140 for certain fights. I'm not a big guy. I'm a lightweight. I'm not a big guy. All that stuff, right?" To me, I think he's trying to do that same type of thing. Because if you really listen to Shakur talk, he be telling on himself a lot. Like he tells on himself all the time. But you just gotta really pay attention to what he be saying. I think he's attempting to do the same thing with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo's not a big 140 pounder at all. Like he's actually kind of undersized. And if you see his performances at 140, he's not punching like that no more. Like he was getting a lot of knockouts at 135, but at 140, he's not really cracking like that. So, and then let's even go one step further. Did we not see him struggle with Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz with that slick back foot boxing style, and arguably lost to both of those guys?
Yeah.
So I think that Shakur is really. I think he's trying to. I think it. I won't say you can't call it cherry pick because Teofimo Lopez, arguably kind of undisputed. You know, so there's some flim flam in there with the franchise belt. Not undisputed. No. I mean, you know,
he's not.
He beat the guy who collected 3 belts. He ain't get the belt, but he beat.
Yeah, that's unified though. Yeah, we gotta.
He ain't, but you know,
we gotta provide the correct information, brother.
Okay,
he was unified. He wasn't undisputed.
Right, he wasn't, but you know what I'm saying. And then went up and beat the lineal champion. So you can't call it cherry pick, but I do think that he trying to pick. He trying to pick on something, and he kind of told on himself with the whole Conor Ben situation, saying he not that big. But that's what I feel about it. But boy, did you have something to say? Because I was gonna say one more thing.
Go ahead, say it.
I was gonna say I think Shakur. I don't want to see him in these lopsided matchups no more. I want to see Shakur fight somebody with athleticism, size and length, boxing skills, and power. Just those qualities.
So who would that be?
Shit, you tell me. Let's come up with some names.
You the one who described the fighter.
I don't know. What did I say?
I feel like you said size, power, reach, athleticism,
but athleticism and boxing ability. Now,
only one I could think of is Abdullah Mason, but Abdullah Mason a little bit premature right now.
Is he though?
I mean, he about to fight for a world title, so if he wins it, then there really ain't no excuse.
Once you got that belt, it's free game.
Yeah, I agree.
Once you got the belt, it's free game.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so, like that.
And then you know what I just named.
You think Top Rank going to immediately feed Abdullah Mason to Shakur? It's not going to happen.
I mean, who the one getting fed to who? Really?
Man, Top Rank know better.
Bruh.
Top Rank know better. Because even though like Abdullah Mason has a lot of good things going on, they understand that Shakur Stevenson is on a different level in terms of experience right now. Abdullah Mason is about to get his biggest fight to date. You feel what I mean? He's about to fight for his first world title. You're talking about Shakur, who done been through multiple weight classes, beat credible opponents, and done fought, under them bright lights before. Like, this is all new to Abdullah right now. They're not gonna put Abdullah in that situation at this point. They're gonna put themselves they'll only take that fight if they feel like they're in the best position to win. That's what I think.
Okay.
But they saying Gary Antoine. I like that fight.
I do too, but I don't think Shakur go to 140 to fight him. I think Shakur likes to talk when he's not fighting to kind of like stir up, the same way you were saying earlier about attaching his name to Tank. Because I'm not gonna lie, besides being the 3-division champion that he is, I think that's what he's most known for. I don't think he's most known for being a 3-division champion. I think to casuals and most people, he's most known for attaching his name to Tank. But I know you're gonna call me crazy, and I know you're gonna say, "Well, no, he's not, bruh." You know, Javier Herrera ranked number 4 for that WBC. Yeah.
That nigga suck.
Hey, bro.
That nigga suck. Man, stop, man.
As much okay, so
what's your name again? Hold on, let me see. What's your name again?
Javier Herrera is ranked number 4.
No. I was really trying.
Oh, my name.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina. Like Tina,
you out your motherfucking mind. Javier Herrera. I'd rather just see him fight Floyd Schofield.
Okay, okay. Now look.
Did you see him fight?
I did.
And you think that he brings enough to give Shakur problems?
Nigga, Shakur will run from him. Okay, now look.
He ain't run from Cepeda. He gonna run from Herrera.
Nigga, Cepeda can't fucking punch. Cepeda can't fucking punch. He's feather fisted.
But you know what's dangerous about Cepeda? And it's just as the thing about Cepeda that makes him just as dangerous as a puncher is that he let his fucking hands go. And there's one way to knock somebody out. You could knock him out one punch. You could do accumulation. Either way, you get the job done.
But think okay, but I'll
Even
say,
though Cepeda not like this one punch knockout artist,
bro, that
he's
shit,
a great finisher. He's a
bro,
great
that shit, pity pat, bro. I feel like Zapata shit is more
Them
like
Jones hurt. A nigga slap you enough, you gonna feel it.
but I feel like Zapata shit is more like he's exhausting you to where it's like you just can't. Like he ain't stopping niggas. Like he beating niggas down. Like damn,
Bro, a stoppage is a stoppage. There's more than one way to get it.
Okay,
But
which is more?
Look, I got amateur fighters, right? And I got ones that could put you out in one shot, boom. And then I got ones that'll pepper you into submission. It is what it is. I'm not going to tell a motherfucker that they can't get a knockout. Or I'm gonna tell, like, if they stop somebody, I'm like, oh, they ain't a real knockout because you ain't put him out. No, nigga, a stoppage is a stoppage.
I get what you're saying. But
Cepeda is dangerous.
But specifically for a defensive wizard like Shakur, I feel like you gotta have some shit that could fucking discombobulate his ass to where you can finish him. Like I don't think that you're gonna. And then Shakur, he's a great athlete. Like I don't think I've ever seen.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get off of here soon.
Okay.
I think if you banking on just one shot to push Shakur out, you already assed out.
That's what people be saying, but it's not about
wizard. But you saying he a defensive wizard, right? So let's take that into consideration. If the motherfucker's a defensive wizard, you think that you're gonna have much success with just throwing one punch and hoping that bitch lands so you can.
It's not about throwing one punch and hoping it lands. Okay, so think about Tank. Don't Tank. It takes him a minute to start up. Then he starts getting to you. Then he lands a big shot. You gotta have people that are skilled at creating those opportunities to land that big shot. And I don't know why people try to disregard big punchers like, oh, he just get a one punch knockout. That don't matter. Like, no, he has to create that opportunity for himself. Okay. Like you have to create an opportunity.
So you think Javier Herrera could create that opportunity?
Bruh, that nigga is longer than Shakur. He's taller than Shakur. He's not slow. Okay. I'm just telling you. Now we laughing, right?
What nigga ass?
Now listen, I get all that. But answer this question for me. Has Shakur ever been in the ring with somebody that possesses the skill set and physical attributes along with the athleticism as a Javier Herrera? Answer that question.
Edwin De Los Santos.
Edwin De Los Santos is medium. That nigga is short. And he got short arms.
Don't matter. He's still fast. He's still explosive. He still puts you out with one shot.
Okay.
What's the height difference between Javier Herrera and Edwin De Los Santos?
Bro, Javier Herrera is like 5'10". That nigga is tall.
Is he really?
Yes, that nigga he's like the same size as Abdullah Mason. He's like him and Abdullah Mason is like carbon copies of each other. Like physically, they're the same exact build, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that nigga is dangerous, bro. That's why niggas be. That's why. Like,
he's 5'9". They say he's 5'9".
5'9".
How tall is Edwin De Los Santos? Like 5'7".
That nigga, bro, Edwin probably like 5'6", bro. That nigga looks small in there with.
They got him listed as 5'8".
They got him listed as 5'8", but he not 5'8", bro. That nigga short, bro. You seen how he looked in there?
I don't think he's 5'8" either. But one thing I do know is that they literally it don't say Javier Herrera's reach, but even though Edwin De Los Santos is 5'8", he has a 5'10" reach. I don't know exactly what Javier Herrera's wingspan is. Let me see.
Okay, but check this out too. Wasn't you just now saying something earlier about the Cuban school and how good those boxers are?
The amateur system, yeah.
That's where Javier come out of. He's a Cuban fighter. Like,
yeah,
didn't you say the Cuban fighters give the black fighters the hardest style matchup?
No, I didn't say that. What I said was the Cubans generally have been some of the best amateurs in the world. And what I was saying was the Black American style has always been at the top of boxing, and that's why a lot of the greatest fighters of all time happen to be Black American boxers. So I was saying because Andy Cruz comes from that Cuban amateur background, and now he's training with a Black American style, coach and Bozy Ennis, you got the best of both worlds. That's what I said.
Okay, my fault. I must have misheard you. But I think Andy Cruz is another one. But I'm telling you, bro, Javier, you like, yeah, he a little reckless, yeah, he a little aggressive, but also I feel like that's what you need to be the Shakur Stevenson. You got to take chances. You got to have a little bit of, I don't give a fuck, I'm about to knock your ass out. Like, you can't sit there and look at that nigga and watch him outbox you. Like, niggas really just be sitting there and watching Shakur outbox them. But I don't know, bro. I just don't want
to watch Javier, though. He don't really remind me of like the typical Cuban fighter, though.
I feel like he ain't got as much volume as like a lot of Cuban fighters do, but
And I feel like I do say that like Cubans typically had the best, amateurs and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, there's some Cubans that thrive in the pros, and there's others that's like, you know what I mean? Like they solid, they are all right. So for instance, like my favorite Cuban boxer, like especially at their peak, was Guillermo Rigondeaux. I just think he had it all. But then and then like they try to generalize Cubans, like they box, they move, but then you got guys like Yordenis Ugas who like to stay in the pocket and trade. You got guys like David Morrell. So there's variety within the Cuban school of boxing. You know what I'm saying? But Javier Herrera, when I watch him, he doesn't really give me like that very skilled dude. I think that he leaves a lot of openings. I think defensively he's very flawed. And for real, bro, like I just think that Shakur would just really pick him apart, bro. I think
like on the back foot, like you think Shakur just on the back foot, him coming in all night, Shakur would just be out,
I don't know if Javier, even though Javier, because this is the thing, like because I actually saw on a different website they say he like 5'11", which is a good height.
He tall, bro. He really can pull out
that's a good height. But just because you taller don't. It's like Shakur finds a way to neutralize that too because he understands distance so well. So it's like, yeah, like the benefit of being a taller fighter is you typically have the longer reach and you could, you could disrupt their offense with like your jabs and stuff like that. You could keep them outside. But Shakur understands range so well, and just based off of what I've seen with Javier Herrera, Javier doesn't understand distance like Shakur. I've seen him like lunge in and fall over shots. Like I seen Javier do that. So when I typically see people fall over their shots or completely miss shots and shit like that, it's a range issue. So when I watch Shakur, who's a master at fucking distance, pick people off and just make motherfuckers miss by a centimeter. And these are guys that that he's fought that have been more experienced than Javier Herrera. I don't know if Javier Herrera has the skill set in terms of understanding distance and the experience necessary at a high level to beat somebody like Shakur. I just don't see it. And I think a lot of people see that Javier Herrera could really be a fucking lick for a lot of these top guys at lightweight.
Well, I'm just saying he ranked number 4 for Shakur WBC.
It's not bad. That's a good ranking. And he young too.
Yeah. So I mean, get a young nigga a shot. You're gonna get Floyd Schofield a shot. And I'll tell you this too. Like, we might not think that much of Javier Herrera, but I would have much rather watched him fight Javier Herrera than Josh Bradley, And Josh Bradley not ranked top 10. He not even ranked top 10. So I don't see why not fight him versus some of these other guys. Because I'm telling you, all these lopsided matches, and I'm telling you right now, if that nigga don't get that Teofimo fight, I don't even know what to say.
That shit gonna be Tio's fault, bro.
Okay, but check this out. Mark.
Tio got a history of acting like he want to fight motherfuckers.
Okay, so I'm so glad you said that. So if we all know Tio got this history of pulling out the fights, why the fuck are you leaving lightweight to try to run up and chase him? You know why he doing that? Mark? And I'm gonna tell you before it's gonna happen. You know why he doing that? Why? Because then when Teofimo pull out, guess what Shakur fans gonna say? Oh, Shakur the boogeyman. Oh, he the boogeyman. Don't nobody want to fight. And they're going to use that as some sort of moral fucking victory instead of just making the next best fight.
You think he want to have that boogeyman image, or he just genuinely want to fight?
No, nigga, he want to have it. Bro, that boogeyman, bro, Shakur fans be taking that boogeyman shit and acting like that shit means something, bro.
But do you think Shakur wants that boogeyman label, or did he just want to fight the best guys?
I think he wants the boogeyman label.
So you don't think he want to fight Tio?
I'm not saying he don't want to fight Tio, but I'm gonna tell you this. Now this might sound crazy to me.
I see Shakur get so I don't believe he really cares about that boogeyman shit, because whenever he has like a fight that's like on the verge of being done and it falls out, Shakur gets very, very upset about it. Yeah. And that just lets me know that like he really wants to beat these guys. I think that he comes up under like Terrence Crawford, and he sees what Terrence Crawford is doing, and he's seeing how much recognition and love and respect that he's getting for doing these things. And I'm not gonna say he gets jealous, but he like, damn, I want that. I want that same respect Bud again. I want these same accomplishments. I see that Bud is great. That's my big brother that I look up to. I want to follow in his shoes.
Yeah,
It
but guess
seems like
what?
he's-
Terrence had to put in that work, and guess what else? When Terrence was fighting these nobodies, he was beating the dog shit out of these nobodies and letting niggas know, okay, I'm fighting nobody, but guess what? I'm still handling my business. And I'm still putting on a dominant performance. So Shakur do the same thing. If you can't get these big fights, next man up. Don't, oh, who are you? Da, 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 da. Why would I fight you? What have you done? Nah, next man up. So, you know.
I just think Shakur. I think Shakur is like really fed up. Like, I think he sees his peers. Like really put yourself in Shakur perspective, right? You got his peers, Devin Haney. If you want to mention Ryan Garcia, cool. Even though I don't really look at him like that. Teofimo Lopez. Who else? I mean, let's just name
Tank
those
Davis,
guys.
Lomachenko.
Tank Davis. Well, Lomachenko
Maybe even the Richards and Hitchens,
older.
whatever.
Hitchens is like a little below them, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But he's like a couple years behind them. But anyways, look at Devin Haney getting big fights with Loma that Shakur wanted. Getting big fights with Ryan Garcia. Getting he's getting these fights.
I'm so glad you said this right now. You know, I'm so glad you said this right now.
Yeah. So look, he sees Devin Haney getting big fights. He sees Tank getting big fights with Ryan and all that other shit. He sees T.O. getting the Loma fight. He see him getting a Josh Taylor fight. He's seeing all these guys making all these moves, right?
Mm-hmm.
He like, damn, all these motherfuckers is getting these big fights, and I cannot get one to save my life.
Yeah.
He wants that spotlight that them guys are getting. He's a competitor. And people make it seem like he's a hater. Bro, you're in a sport with motherfuckers who take punches for a living. Testosterone is in the room.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
right.
who really alpha males, they want to be the uno. You feel what I'm saying? So he's seeing all these motherfuckers getting their props, getting these big opportunities, getting that bright light shine on them. And that's what he's been wanting since he's turned pro. So he like, damn, everywhere I fucking go, I cannot get one of those signature fights. So motherfuckers is talking about him fighting Javier Herrera, talking about him fighting William Cepeda,
Lloyd Schofield.
He like, man, fuck them niggas. I want to fight these guys.
And I'm glad you said that. You know, I'm so glad you said that. Guess what, Mark? What was Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Lomachenko? What was they all doing over the last 4 to 5 years or whatever? They were. I'm gonna answer the question. It was rhetorical. They were campaigning at 135. What was Shakur Stevenson doing?
He was at 130.
At 126 and 130, doing what? Fighting smaller guys than you.
Winning world titles.
Yeah, okay. And guess what? And what did winning those world titles get you?
But look, Shakur actually came up. He came up to 35.
And when everybody was leaving 135,
they moved up. They ain't his fault.
Why are you waiting so long? Why not jump in the mix when everybody fight each other? You want to come
Bro, did you see how small Shakur was when he turned pro? Do you think he was ready to go to 35? He'd have been very undersized.
I think Shakur could have went pro at 130. He was not that small, bro. Because when he was at 126,
at 130, but he was relative like. Yeah,
But you know why he went to 126?
I think he really pushed that 26 one.
You know why, Mark? Because he wanted to pass his legacy with a vacant title at 126. Didn't defend that belt at all. Didn't defend the belt one time. As soon as he won that belt, vacate, move it to 130 because he wanted to pad his legacy. But that's just that's a Shakur hater's opinion.
I mean, if you can make the weight and win a world title, why not? That's good for your resume.
Then Mark, check it out. This is my other point. And then guess what? And then his last fight at 130, blew weight, lost his belts on the scale. Why just move up to 135?
That's what he did after that. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, but guess what? By the time he went up, everybody's gone, bro. And now you got the Javier Herreras. You got the Sam Notes.
You got the title, Dev. When Shakur was up there, he was trying to get that Dev fight, but Dev was already walking out the door.
Bro, how long was
I think he just listen. I won't ever tell a motherfucker to move up if they not genuinely ready for that step. You know what I'm saying? But
people was telling Devin to stay.
Shakur undersized for 35 because
he is not undersized, bro.
Yes, he is. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? Because I used to cut weight before and I used to compete. I know when a motherfucker struggling to make weight or when they having an easy time making weight. That mother, and I told everybody in the chat this before, when he fought, who was it? Was it Haratunian? When he fought Artem Haratunian, his last fight with Top Rank. His last
he came
fight
in like less, didn't he?
Huh?
He came in less weight. He came in at like what, 33
No,
or some shit?
that's not even what I'm talking about. This motherfucker was eating steak the week of his fight. When he's supposed to be cutting weight. Steak.
That might have been his cheat meal, bro.
Steak. But if you are cutting down the weight, you can't get no cheat meals the week of the fight. You not. I promise you that. If you are a true 35 to the point where like if you a true 35, you gotta watch what you eat the week of the fight because you might fuck around miss weight. I know that for a fact. I was at 141 and then 152.
Mm-hmm.
On 141 got a little bit difficult. I just started getting adjusted to the 50s. When I was at 141, especially towards the end of my time there's no way the week of the fight I was eating steak because that steak really sits. It takes longer to digest.
Yeah,
that shit really sits in your body for a good amount of time. That is a no if you cutting weight. That's like one of the worst things to put in your body if you are attempting to cut weight. Shakur was eating that shit with no problem and made the weight easy. That let me know that he don't really cut that much to get to 35. So that let me know he probably rushed his move up to 35, to be real.
I mean, then why he missing weight on the scale?
I feel like he did that purposely to have a reason to go up to 35. I think he rushed his time at 30 because he's seen all these big guys at 35, but by the time he got to 35, everybody was fucking leaving. That's what I think.
I mean, I feel like that's his fault. Like, I feel like once he beat Oscar Valdez, it's like, what are we still doing in this weight class? Like, really, like go up there, get the mix, and then you want to fight Loma. And I'm not even with the whole leftover talk, but you want to go up later and then fight Devin Haney leftovers. And we've been saying Devin Haney need to move up his last 4-5 fights. I mean, not his last 4-5, probably like his last 2 or 3 fights at lightweight. So, and then you still wanted Devin Haney. You wanted to compromise Devin Haney. You wanted to weight drain Devin Haney. And he had the nerve to say he dumped you because he didn't want to fight you where you just moved up in weight and he been struggling to make weight. And I don't know, bro. Like, to me, and like I said, you can call me.
That was a funny situation. I still kind of don't understand that whole Dev and Shakur situation.
It was weird,
Dev
bro.
was what I think Dev did was what he said, like 25% or some shit like that.
Yeah, he pulled that nigga card. That's what he did. He pulled that nigga card.
I see it that way. I see it that way. But I also think that Dev knew that by that percentage, I think he shot that percentage at Shakur because he knew Shakur wasn't going to take that, and that just gave him a cool exit to walk out the room. So all right, all right, I'm done. And he never came back to 35 after that.
I mean,
so I feel like Shakur. I feel like Devin already had it in mind. Like, I'm going up to 40. This nigga talking shit right here at 35. What the fuck?
That was the boogeyman talk, bro. That was Shakur trying to use the public pressure to force Devin Haney into a situation you don't want to be. And then think about for Shakur, it's a win-win. Okay, if he fights you, the nigga weight drain, you can probably beat him. If he don't fight you, now he's running.
He did go to the WBC though to try to force Devin to fight him, but
it's bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Shakur,
titles.
That nigga be politicking, bro. Like, and I don't care.
He was like 25%. Because this what I think Shakur was trying to do.
Yeah.
Shakur was like, all right, I'm gonna try to fight Dev. I think he understood that Dev was on his way out, so he wanted to fight him before he left. So Dev was like, all right, take the 25%. He was like, nigga, I ain't taking no 25%. So I think he tried to petition the WBC to try to get 40% because I think that's the cut they get. But I think Dev already had in his mind he was moving up. I think he felt terrible against Loma and was like, fuck it, I'm moving up. So he didn't want to announce it yet. So I think he lowballed Shakur purposely. And plus he put it out there publicly. I think that if it was a real offer, I think he would have sent it behind the scenes. But regardless, I think Shakur just came around at the wrong time.
He did. He was fiddling with his thumbs down at 130. He was fiddling with his thumbs, and You know,
He probably felt good there, and he didn't feel the need to move. But I do think that he's seen all those top guys at 35 and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go up there and take it over. But by the time he got there, niggas was already on their way out.
yeah. So guess what? Next man up. And I'm telling you, I hope he get the Teofimo fight. I think that's a winnable fight, and I think that's a legit win if he can beat Teofimo. You know, so you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully
You got
he
any last words, man?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I know I came in here on some hot shit. You know, that really ain't even me. But you know, when niggas, that's one thing. When niggas disrespect, now I gotta disrespect. And even the shit I said about you saying nigga, I did not mean to assume anything about you. I didn't mean to, you know, try to attack you like that. That was ignorant, and you know that wasn't what I was trying to do. I appreciate you letting me come up on the platform, and you know it was a good conversation, talking boxing. You know, all the insults and stuff, that's funny and cool or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm here to talk boxing. I don't care about all the other bullshit. So, but I appreciate you letting me come over, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. If you appreciate the conversations, man, y'all please go ahead and hit the like button. You hit the subscribe button. We do this on a daily basis, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've been on here for 3 hours and some change, almost 3.5 hours. If you appreciate the content, join the nation, man. It's pretty simple. Next Gen definitely came on here talking hot. He was getting at it with Riz, and me and him even had words back and forth, but it is what it is, bro. One thing I learned in life, you can't really have a motherfucker think like you or move like how you do. So he said keep it boxing, so we kept it boxing, man. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be back in the building, continue cooking on what's going on in the boxing world, man. Be tuned in tomorrow, man. Might have a surprise or two for y'all. So I appreciate you guys very much. I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.